Welcome to Palm-a-Palooza 2020.
Welcome to Palm-a-Palooza 2020. Woohoo!
Welcome to Palm-a-Palooza 2020.
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 What's up, everyone? It's Robby Bancroft, PRC Development Coordinator of Pacifica Resource Center. That's what the PRC stands for. But you already know that because you are a sponsor or you've been invited to sponsor Palm-a-Palooza 2020. Mary Bier.
Hi everybody, Mary Bier.
I don't know if they can hear you, but I'll put my mask on and you can introduce yourself.
Oh, okay,
you know,
good
who you
idea.
are, what you do, and a little bit about how you've heard of PRC. And yeah, we're in the middle of a pandemic, so if you're watching this after the year 2020, whoo! Boy, do we have some history books for you. So, without further ado, Palm-a-Palooza 2020. Mary, who are you? What do you do? And how long have you been involved in one way or another
Awesome.
with PRC?
Hi everybody, Mary Bier, Pacifica City Council. I'm also the director for the Pacifica Prevention Partnership and the facilitator for the Pacifica Collaborative, which is part of the North County Outreach Collaborative. The Pacifica Resource Center is so important to me personally. I was a single mother raising up my daughter Lisa, and we needed help, and they provided that help for us. Whether, you know, it helped me raise my daughter. I think maybe the most recent time that I got help from the Pacifica Resource Center is really important for people to understand, because I was working 2 full-time jobs and serving on council.
This is after going for
Yeah.
help originally. Okay,
Yeah.
so recently in the last
most
couple of
recent,
years. Okay.
yes.
So you kind of raised the kid. You're in Pacifica.
Yeah.
You're living the dream with your 3 full-time jobs,
Yeah.
and you're on council now. Congratulations,
Thank you.
future Mayor Bier here.
That's right.
Yeah, and then you actually there was a rent increase last year.
Yeah, $1,000. My rent got raised $1,000, and I really wanted to stay in that apartment, and I knew that I was going to need help, and so I came to the Resource Center. They helped me figure out my whole budget, and then we created a plan. Either you're going to stay or you're going to move. Like, how much money are you going to need to stay? How much are you going to move? I can't get financial assistance from PRC, but I got the help just figuring out what to do next.
And so this was, you had a case manager, it was confidential,
Mhm.
and they helped you with your budget and the
Yes.
other services. that they
Yes, and it was beautiful, and it helped me feel at peace about making the decision to move.
And that's a really important part. You know, we're going to get into a lot about the services and you know, the fact that clients are the experts of their own journey. But you felt empowered enough to come into PRC because you know obviously you know what we're about, and then you were able to get help. But you dictated how you got help, and you're in a better place now.
Absolutely.
You have a garden, not like my garden, but
I do have a garden.
your garden's a lot nicer
Beautiful.
than mine. This
Yeah,
one's not bad.
I'm really lucky. Blessed.
Hashtag blessed. So my name is Robby Bancroft, Development Coordinator of the Pacifica Resource Center. We're going on 4 years now. I was a board member for the first year, and we actually did the relaunch because we became a 501c3. So you'll see videos from the relaunch all the way through this year's Palm-a-Palooza. And so that's kind of been like my baby event that I've worked on with Anita and the rest of the staff. And that was Maisie. Shout out to Maisie.
Maisie's so nice.
She's really the star of the show. But yeah, so I've been on staff for 4 years, part of the organization for a total of 5. Born and raised in Pacifica, just like Mary. And I kind of wish me and my dad, you know, single father raising his kid during the recession, I wish we would have known about PRC. But my position of communications coordinator and development coordinator didn't exist.
Right.
So hopefully, you know, the future Robbies, hope, knock on wood, you're not losing your house right now. But whatever you're going through, you know, even just stop this video right now and reach out. Because helping you get stable is the most important thing, and that's what we're here for. So
And let your neighbors know, and your friends. Like,
Neighbors, friends,
talk
everyone.
to people in the community.
we are neighbors helping neighbors.
Neighbors helping neighbors.
Nice. And we're gonna just be playing with these masks this whole time. Speaking of masks, though, since we are recording this, I'm not sure when you're gonna be watching this, but I believe it's Saturday at around 3 o'clock, and you have got your. If you sponsored before the deadline, you've got your bag. So Mary, why don't you go ahead and check it out and see what's in
Ooh,
there.
I'm so excited.
I'm gonna hit some hand sanitizer. We're just gonna keep this going.
Okay. I'll do it after.
We're gonna touch the mask though, so hit a little hand sanitizer.
I have a rock.
This is 2020. Oh wait, sorry. Oh, this is movie magic.
Hand sanitizer. Okay.
But yeah, make sure you got your sponsorship gift. If you didn't, call Anita, 650-738-7470.
Oh yeah, look at these.
Ooh.
Palm-a-Palooza masks.
I
Which one's
think
for
I'm
you?
gonna take the blue one. Is that okay?
Is that this one?
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome. So
Ooh.
exciting.
So if you sponsored, or even if you want to sponsor right now, you can go ahead and donate. $50 or more will get you one of these masks. And these are exclusive, limited edition, Palm-a-Palooza 2020.
Yes, I love it.
Should we do the honors?
Swap.
Oh, it comes with a little metal plate? We're not going to try to put that in.
Oh, those are important. We were just talking about that.
Oh, Macy
Hi,
wants a
Maisie.
mask too. Maisie.
Easy.
Okay.
You like
How do we look?
You like it?
Nice.
Hey. Awesome. Thank you.
Alright, so that's the intro. We got a bunch of good stuff coming for you. We're going to meet some of the new staff, some of the staff that's been along for a lot of years, and they have a lot of stories. So yeah, if you have any questions, Mary and I are actually going to be in and out of the comments section below for our whole lives. So anytime you see this video and you want to talk to us or learn more about the PRC, you can reach out in the comments section or pacresourcecenter.org or call 650-738-7470. I know everyone's just paying attention to Mary and the dog anyway. So enjoy. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you at the halftime break. We're gonna give away some stuff.
Yeah, great.
Cool. Thank you guys.
Hi, my name is Juvie, and I am the grocery rescue and delivery driver. I've been here for a year. My favorite Palm-a-Palooza memory was meeting everyone for the first time, all the community members from Pacifica. The most rewarding part is having small conversations, just hearing what they're going through, but also getting appreciated, knowing that we help them out throughout these trying times.
Hello, my name is Marina Hernandez and I am the Direct Services Manager here. I've been with the agency for 25 years. I really don't have a favorite Palm-a-Palooza. I feel it every year. Just to me, seeing the community coming together and supporting the Pacifica Resource Center is wonderful. I have met so many wonderful people in the community, honoring our mission, help neighbors helping neighbors, and to me it's really nice to see that.
Hi, I'm Rose Davis. I'm the Food Program Coordinator for Pacifica Resource Center. I've been with PRC about 2.5 years now. A favorite memory of PRC isn't just one thing. It's how PRC makes me feel. It's the team that I work with. It's our donors, our volunteers. It's the people that make everything happen here. It's our clients. Everyone that has stepped foot through the door or that works here has made a difference in my life. My first Palm-a-Palooza experience was the very first one that Palm-a-Palooza did. I wasn't an employee at the time, but I knew this is where I wanted to be. The outreach from community was amazing. Since then, I have been at each Palm-a-Palooza working, and the excitement is just as strong. We're all here for one reason, and that's to help others.
My name is Alan Ramirez. I'm a resident of Pacifica for 15 years. What I do at the PRC, I'm an outreach worker, and what that means, it's a new position, and I'm outreaching the unhoused on the coast.
And how long have you been doing that?
And I've been doing that since August 10th of 2020. My favorite memory of the PRC is my first day of doing outreach, and the reactions I got from people that I outreached were positive, and it let me know that I was in the right spot.
My name is Dominique. I'm a new case manager here at Pacifica Resource Center, and I've been here for about 2 months. Don't have any memories of Palm-a-Palooza quite yet, but my favorite memory so far here with PRC would have to definitely be the drive-thru. Just how people are so excited to get food, and sometimes we throw in a little extra cake and they're just so excited to receive that from us. So the drive-thru happens every Wednesday at the American Legion Hall. We make appointment times and people can come through, and it's drive-thru, so it's safe. It's vegetables, sometimes it's meat, it's eggs and milk, and sometimes we have bread and a little extra like cake or something like that.
I'm Dulce. I'm the office manager, the tax site coordinator, and I've been here at PRC for 10 years. Yes, Palm-a-Palooza is a very fun event. All of them has been great, and I can't wait for this one. It's a different one, but it's gonna be so much fun, and you get all the community together, and it's just a very, very good support for all the community.
Hi, I'm Diana. I'm the Development Associate and Volunteer Coordinator here at PRC, and I've been here for 9 months. My favorite Palm-a-Palooza memory was when I was volunteering for Palm-a-Palooza before I started working here at PRC, and it was at our Western Theme Palooza in 2018 for the 52 card draw for the Vegas trip, and it was really rewarding watching the winner donate it back so it could be raffled off again, and that was very rewarding.
I just want to thank all of you for being here. Our work is your work. We really are neighbors helping neighbors. Last year we provided diapers for nearly 100 babies in the city.
Okay, so every time a baby gets diapers?
Yeah.
190-217-203. Anybody else? 189. Give yourself a round of applause. We're raising a lot of money.
Hi, my name is Christelle. I'm a case manager at the Pacifica Resource Center. I've been working here at the agency for about 2 years now. My favorite memory of Palm-a-Palooza was last year when we got to dress up in the 60s to feel so groovy, and everybody was dancing and having so much fun.
Hi, I'm Ina Iglin, and I am the admin assistant here at Pacifica Resource Center. And I've been here for exactly a year this month. And actually my first day is at the Palm-a-Palooza 2019. I was still new last year. It's my first day actually. And I met a lot of people that I don't know. Met my new coworkers that the first time I met there. And it was so accommodating. They're very friendly. And I said to myself, this is the job for me. This is the organization that I want to work with.
What did you think about Hippie Steve?
Hippie Steve is good.
Nice, he likes you too.
Hey everyone, it's Diana.
And this Chan.
And we are the owners of Pacifica Grocery Outlet.
And I don't have to intro you because you already did that, so that's perfect. My name is Robby from the Pacifica Resource Center. Hope you guys are all enjoying Palm-a-Palooza right now. This is the first time ever we've tried a virtual event, so we appreciate you sticking with us. I don't know if we've had technical difficulties or if it's just been smooth sailing. I'm assuming it's smooth sailing because I'm in charge of it, but it could also be messed up because I'm in charge of it. But thank you so much for all your support. It was really important to do some sort of event this year, and it was even more important to me and the staff and the board to get Diana and Chan online somehow in order to thank them first and foremost for being the present sponsor. You guys are basically like, this is our baby. So thank you so much for helping us raise this event, so to speak, together. And then really just give you guys the floor to kind of tell us a little bit about yourselves, a little bit about PRC, and a little bit about Grocery Outlet's partnership, because I don't think a lot of people understand that we work together all year round. So this is a good opportunity for us to do that, that we actually wouldn't even have had this opportunity to do in a live event with everyone going crazy. So the masks are off, the video tapes are on, or I guess the cameras are on now. And yeah, we're just gonna roll through some questions, and then feel free to you guys to answer or to expand on any of your answers. And then we'll be in the comments section when this is streaming, also participating in answering. So if you guys have any questions for Diana and Chan, go ahead and comment below. Otherwise, enjoy, and we hope you guys are having a good time. And this, I guess we'll just kick it off. You guys ready to rock and roll?
Yes.
All right, sweet. So yeah, just the people are curious. How did you guys become such key supporters of PRC, and what really inspired you to sponsor Palm-a-Palooza? It's kind of a two-part question. So like, yeah, how did we start working together?
Start with that. So when we took over the stores from the previous owners, you guys are already doing your pickups weekly. So that was just on our schedule, to be honest. someone's gonna come every Tuesday and we're just gonna have it ready. That's all I know in the beginning. Then the more and more I learn about what PRC does for the community and what it means to support you guys, then I figured I think I should look into it more, and that's when I met Robby, which really gave me more opportunity to be involved in PRC.
Nice. So the program you're talking about was the grocery rescue. So walk us through a little bit of like what PRC was picking up, like, you know, from your shelves to our shelves and to our clients, you know, houses. Kind of walk us through. So you guys have your product, obviously you're a grocery store, and then how does it end up in PRC's hands?
I can
Okay.
touch on this. So obviously with the grocery outlets model, we do get a lot of merchandise, and you know, we get good deals on this stuff. So sometimes they are short dated, and lots of times, you know, instead of us, you know, throwing product away, which is probably
that's a no-no.
No, and it's an eye opener for us as business owners to see how much things got thrown away. So of course we want it to go to someone. So, you know, every Tuesday we would have things ready for you guys to come and pick up. Typically, you know, non-perishable things, you know, let's say cereals or crackers, canned goods and things.
Yeah,
like
you basically give us everything that I would have inside of my pantry, and that's why we love, you know, the partnership so well, because it's not just like, oh, you can't afford to eat, take this. It's like actually some stuff that I like I didn't even grow up eating, and I'm like, oh, that looks good. Like I hope someone gets that. So yeah, you guys have a lot of good stuff.
Right, and you know, to be able to give that to people that really need it rather than it going into the dumpster, I mean, it's a no-brainer for us.
Yeah. I'm glad you feel that way. I think the original program was started by Second Harvest, and then our staff signed up even more grocery spots. So I think you're one of the additional grocery spots, and so we want to thank you guys for continuing that. And yeah, like seeing the people's faces, you know, they never know what's going to happen, what they're going to get, but you guys always come through, and so we really appreciate that. And yeah, it's way better than going in the trash. So for those of you at home, that's how the grocery rescue works with the grocery outlet. Now fast forward a little bit, we met, and then Palm-a-Palooza, you know, kind of came into fruition, so to speak. What inspired you to sponsor Palm-a-Palooza? You know, you guys do so much for us, but why was it important to be part of this annual event of PRC's?
So for me, I think my experience of being there, especially last year, it's really a place where everyone that has the same goal, and the goal is to help each other, to be around those people, to just see how much everyone, it really inspired me that you do need someone to support you. Why do you keep doing it, right? And being around that kind of energy just gives me just more reason to keep doing what I'm doing. So here we are.
I feel the same way. And I just remember Chan getting Chan was so excited. He almost won the Vegas trip last year, but my mom actually won it. So I was like, I was happy for her, but sad for you. But I remember you being very excited.
And of course now with the pandemic, we're not able. Harder. Yeah, it's a little bit harder, and we had a great time. And the energy during that time when, you know, I was looking around the room and seeing how generous people were. It's like, why wouldn't we want to try to do something close to that?
Definitely. No, I appreciate that.
And for us to be part of that, and you know, this is
hopefully continue to be a part of it.
Yeah, you're still the sponsor now, and now you're VIP. You're actually part of the virtual stream, so that's a big deal. I hope you guys feel special. Okay, sweet. Yeah, can we maybe go back to a little bit about how you guys, you know, ended up coming to Pacifica and getting the store? Anything you could share about, you know, your family that's involved? I know you have Juliana, your future boss is involved a little bit, but yeah, tell us a little bit about your background and how you became the owners. And what's it like owning Grocery Outlet in Pacifica?
So it started with, I had a colleague that I used to work with that's part of Grocery Outlet. And he was telling me about this business model that allows, you know, people to own a grocery outlet. So I delved into it a lot more because I have a retail background. And, but prior to us getting Grocery Outlet, I was in the home care business for 3 years. So I was
Did you say 33 or 3?
3 years.
I was about to say, you're like my age. What are you doing? I started working when I was 12.
So for 3 years, I had a home care business, and it's a tough business, and
In San Francisco.
yes,
Which
and
makes it even more tough, probably rents and expenses and who knows what.
it's very expensive to have that business. And then so, like I said, when I heard about Grocery Outlet through a former colleague, I thought, wow, this is a great opportunity to continue to have a small business. And but as he told me more about Grocery Outlet, about the model, and it really allows individuals and couples to own a grocery outlet and be part of the community.
Nice.
And it was so far it's been an amazing experience.
How long has it been? About 4 or 5 years? Or no, we're going to 6?
4 years next month.
Okay, because I think when I started at PRC, I might have just met you.
Yeah.
It's like these are the new owners, or it was the old owners saying like, oh, we have new owners, or like something like in passing. So yeah, I started at PRC in September 2016. So this is coming up on my 4-year anniversary. So it's interesting that you guys kind of opened around the same time that I started. Is that how math works?
Yeah. I was in my previous life was a nurse. But then Grocery Outlet really encourages couples to go in because they really want you to reach out to the community.
Mm-hmm.
So husband and wife helping each other kind of works out.
That's right? Kind of the wholesome package. It's not just like a franchise. You're actually getting like a family-run business and through. That's awesome.
And so I quit my job, and here I am. It's I have to say, in the beginning, I really couldn't find myself in it. I don't have. I've always in the business of taking care of other people, of my patients. Right?
Yeah. Now it's a little different, but
I've always been able to have a fulfilling job as a nurse.
Yeah.
And then at the grocery store, it was slightly different, especially going through the day-to-day. You don't feel that as much, but then, I've seen there's so many opportunities to really be touching other people's lives.
Yeah.
In many ways, I somehow feel that because families go in, they, plan their dinner, they come to the store, they bring it home.
Yeah.
And care and, work that we put in it, I feel like I'm still a part of their life.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Just a different form, but you're still definitely serving.
I'm still able to help families in a not the same level I was doing it before, but in a different way, bringing good products, healthy products, or just something that could help them stretch the dollar and maybe go on vacations.
And then afford their medical bills when they do need a nurse.
Well, living here in the Bay Area, everyone knows how expensive it is, and the fact that we can provide these great products for good price, and we've been blessed to have a really good community here in Pacifica. Our customers are great. We've been blessed with just people that want to be part of this business of ours. We feel like it's a big family.
That's awesome. I'm born and raised in Pacifica, so it is a very small town. And a lot of the time it's like, if you've lived here for less than 30 years, you're like an outsider. But I feel like, a majority, if not all of the folks, were really excited to have you there. I know I'm there, at least once a week or every time I'm over on that side of town. But yeah, I think just in general, you guys fit right in, and it's awesome to hear that. Was there any like first impressions of Pacifica or the Pacifica Resource Center that you can share, on the funnier side, or like maybe that you weren't sure of that now realizing how small of a town it is and how much it does feel like a family or community is. But yeah, like any first impressions on the agency or Pacifica at a whole?
I think my first impression is when I met you, you invited me to come, and I think you had just finished remodeling the pantry.
Oh yeah, I think we just expanded. So our front was our back now, and
it happened to be a Tuesday, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So I see just the line of people waiting for the pantry to open up, and that just tells me exactly what difference we can make with the little bit that we're able to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that just basically said, you know what, I can do more. Just the faces of gratefulness from everyone who's standing in line with their bags. Yeah. I think that makes me feel like, okay, I might not be helping patients like I did before, but I'm touching this people's life in a different way, and that's good enough for me.
Totally.
So
Yeah,
that's
I think I remember that day. I want to say that I like planned it that way, but I might not have. But
no,
because
it
that,
was
yeah,
great. I think it was meant for me to see it, and
yeah,
that inspired me to be more involved and to really put aside time to, do something together all year long.
yeah,
Um,
totally.
Once a year when there's an event, but really throughout the year as much as we're
Yeah,
able to.
so like every Tuesday we come back with grocery outlet, the stuff that was going to go off of the shelves, and then that gets distributed. Not anymore because of the pandemic, but that's actually getting delivered to houses or distributed on our Wednesday. We have like a combination of grocery delivery and drive through now. But yeah, every Tuesday, folks were able to line up and get the food from grocery outlet and all the other grocery stores all around. And that's one of those days where like, if I'm digging in for the extra mile and yeah, I look out the window and I see folks even that I went to high school with, or maybe their parents are in line, trying to put food on the table. That's very inspiring for me too. And again, in my past life, I've had times where I've helped people differently, like you said. But yeah, that's probably one of the most inspiring days is when you're one-on-one and giving the services. And I'm not client facing, so I'm more fundraising communications, but all of our work together goes into those days and every other day. So and then, yeah, what about Pacifica? Did you realize that? Did they tell you that, like, at that time, probably 3 or 4 out of every 10 households were like eligible for something? Like, did you guys know the demographic you're coming in, or it's just, we want a grocery outlet? Pacifica looks good. It's got the beach.
Well, it's really like, okay, well, at least we don't have to move that far. That was all that we're grateful for.
Nice.
And then the more and more we learn more of our customers and meeting everyone, our coworkers, we're very blessed to be here.
I didn't realize how close knit of a community it is, considering that we're still in the Bay Area. But Pacifica really feels like a small town. Everyone knows everyone, and everyone's trying to help each other out. And I think that's been probably one of the most things that I've really noticed about.
It's big. It feels, well, obviously it's not as big as the city, and you probably don't go in next door, so you think everyone's getting along right now. But for the most part,
but
overall.
No, I get what you're saying. Like, yeah, if someone needed some sugar, you could probably go next door and grab sugar, where like you might not be able to do that in these major cities. But yeah, for the most part, everyone does get along. Yeah, unless you're online.
There's good days and bad days, and it's okay to vent, right? To some level.
Yeah, but I would say 90% is there, like we're just all trying to be good neighbors, and we're all trying to help. So yeah, you guys definitely fit right in. So I appreciate that. Okay, we're about halfway through here. I was just curious, maybe more on back to PRC and being involved. Was there something else that like interested you? Obviously, you do like grocery programs. There's fundraisers. There's any special memories you want to share. What else do we do together, I guess, so the people at home can hear about it?
In the past, we did a wine event fundraiser.
The wine fundraiser, yeah, that was good. Was that before or after? Do we do July? When do we usually do those? Because I know we had to cancel it.
It was
the
spring and the
one.
fall.
Okay.
Fall one.
But yeah, that was good. That's your favorite, huh, Chan?
That's Chan's favorite.
Yes.
And then the one that Diana always gets me to come make a fool out of myself. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that one?
Independence from Hunger, we just had a very successful one back in July. This is when you give 5 and you get 5. You give $5 to a chosen organization, and of course, it's PRC for us this year, just like last year and the year before that. So there's a little bit of a pattern over there, right? And then you get your $5 coupon that you can use for your next visit, which is totally a win-win, right?
Yeah, I was surprised that you guys even did it that way. So kudos.
It's really letting everyone have an opportunity to make a difference, and at the same time, just able to get that $5 coupon on their next shopping day.
And I think you're being kind of modest. You said it was a success, but do you want to tell the audience how much money you actually raised? And I actually, because of COVID-19, I wasn't able to come into the store.
Right.
So pat yourself on the back a little bit and share with the folks at home how much you guys were able to raise.
So we set a $10,000 goal. And this year, because of the pandemic, Grocery Outlet corporate office decided to match up to 1 million of whatever is going to be raised all throughout Grocery Outlet. So how much more did we give?
I think you got like 10,052 or so, or 10,002 because Chan had to put the laugh.
4,500.
And I think another 4,500.
Okay, so we're talking about close to $15,000 raised in 30 days.
Correct.
During a pandemic, and your staff actually was doing most of the heavy lifting because they're at the front, and they're with their masks and behind shields, and they are still able to raise $15,000.
Right.
It's
awesome.
really a lot of the work that the cashiers have put in. It's not easy to ask, especially this time. I've had many that says, well, I don't know if I should ask. Everyone kind of lost their job or not working, and I said, it doesn't hurt to ask. We should at least try. And I think really, if we know that there's more people who's not working, I think that should be our guide to say we need to try harder.
Well, and then to that point, it's one, you don't want to take the opportunity away from them. You can't assume that they aren't able to give, and then it's another touch there where you can say, like, oh, I know you can't. You tell me you can't donate, and if you need help, now they know about PRC. So that was a good answer. Both of us tag team, but that's great that you're able to do that. And did you want to shout out any special? Did anyone win anything, or do you have a top fundraiser this time, or?
Actually, Diana, who is our winner last year, again.
Nice. Diana, if you're watching at home.
I mean, she's amazing. She really just, she doesn't give up.
It's funny because you can't even hear her. She just like smiles, and then people just like take.
No one can say no to her.
Yeah, she's like everyone's perfect vision of your grandma is Diana. It's like if Mrs. Claus asked you what you wanted for Christmas, you would sit on her lap.
Good intentions, and she gets shut down. She does. She gets turned down a lot, but she's fine. She says she will come to the office and tell me, Diana, today's not a good day, but I will try harder tomorrow.
Yeah, and she's like, I only did 25 today. It's just like.
No, she's an inspiration to many of us.
That's cool. Do you remember about how much individually she was able to raise, or do you know?
Oh my gosh, about, I don't know, at least 30% of it.
That's awesome. So yeah, thank you, Diana. And she also makes amazing toffee. So
she totally does.
But we also
it's addicting.
Do a shout out to all our customers too, because
that's a good point.
That's who.
Can you name them all?
That's who
So we appreciate that.
Thank you, everyone.
Pacifica is generous, and I guess the touching part is that yes, we are in a pandemic, but people still were able to reach out. Mm-hmm. I had one customer. She was buying obviously her groceries for the week. She said, you know what? Let me do $50 worth. And I was just like, wow,
nice. It felt good, right?
It's like, you know what? She didn't even blink.
That's awesome.
She knew that it was going for a good cause. So when she said $50, I was like, oh, wow, thank you very much.
Yeah. And then it's like a mutual benefit. Like she felt good, you felt good, exactly. And then we feel good because then, we get that and we can disperse it and meet the emergency, meet the need with COVID. So maybe you can expand a little bit on like, how are you able to, like, why are you guys so generous? Why are you guys so nice? Why do you answer my phone call? Why are we on this Zoom? Like, what is it about you guys that makes you so generous and willing to be a part of this?
I think being in Pacifica makes us feel that we're very blessed. And, what better way to share that blessing? But if there's an opportunity in front of us to help, we will always take it. I think that's just us giving back to the community that accepted us and just welcome us even on day one. I can't complain. Yeah, there is bad days. Some people are not always happy, but it inspires me to do better. It just keeps us going. It really, really does. And even though I lost, maybe my patients, I don't help them anymore. This way of me helping in a different way, we're able to touch people's lives. I'm all for it.
And then I think you shared with me, so I was trying to bring up Juliana earlier, but what's it like being parents during the pandemic and running a small business? Like, does she understand what's going on with the pandemic, or like what's going on with PRC? Like, are you inspiring her at all? Like, is she taking over the family biz and I can keep fundraising with her after you retire?
Well, obviously we're trying to teach her, how to be a good person. Like we said, we've been blessed to have this business, and I do want to reiterate that, we've been very fortunate that we have an essential business during this time. When I think about all these other people who have either lost their job or have a business that can't open, it's really sad. It's really sad. So that there is extra motivation to give more. Yeah, it's a no-brainer, like I said, to do that. And hopefully, like you were saying, we've instilled some things in our daughter, and
since it's a husband and wife, we talk about what's going on in the store and how much, how excited I am with how much we raised today. So she hears it. We talk about independence from hunger at home, just like everything in the store, right? That we discuss, since we're home more now, distance learning. I make phone calls, Chance at work, or vice versa.
Yeah.
And then, so I think she hears all these things that we do. And so when she was doing this newspaper with her cousins,
out of the blue,
Oh yeah, let's get a little zoom in on that.
that's a little lemonade stand, and it says here, you see, helping your community can be easy or hard. I love trying to help the community. My parents own the grocery outlet. They help the community all the time. So if I don't get
all the time.
So she wants to do a lemonade stand, a beach cleanup, raise money, and donate clothes.
That's awesome.
And those things I didn't tell her that she should do. She just
So you're not forcing her to care. It's just osmosis.
Right? But if I don't get anything else out of this, I think I've taught my daughter something good.
That's
and
awesome.
That's good enough for me.
What will she do the lemonade stand in front of Breakers when we reopen? I'll supply the lemonade.
Oh, she would love that. Don't tell her.
You can put some coupons out or something if you want. Yeah, I'll do the fresh squeezed lemonade from Breakers, and we can donate it to PRC. That's awesome. Okay, sweet. I just had a couple more questions. I mean, our board would love to know, how do we find more business owners like you, or organizations like, again, not everyone knows about us in Pacifica. We're a staff of 12 now and a board of about 13 or 14. But yeah, what would be your advice on finding other local businesses like yourself who want to get involved in PRC and Palm-a-Palooza?
One way is that we are part of the Chamber of Commerce as a business membership, and the chamber is good at connecting people. So I think that's a good way to connect with Chamber of Commerce
and other
and see
businesses.
If they have a way to connect you guys.
I feel like we miss opportunities with them sometimes, but they always do seem to like share our stuff on Facebook. And they're going through some changes right now too, and they're trying to figure out how to help businesses through the pandemic. But yeah, I feel we should definitely.
They do highlight.
If the chamber is watching, comment right now. Go ahead. What was your question?
They do highlight new businesses just to get them off their feet, put them on their website and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's an opportunity to connect with some of these new businesses.
The awareness needs to be there. I think if I did try to get more information, maybe I won't be as involved, but I think the more and more that people know about what PRC means to this community, it's really not just the grocery, it's more than that. It's housing, it's
financial,
it's medical, taxes, like little things.
We do it all.
You do it all.
And if we can't help, then we can find someone who can help. But
exactly. So
we didn't know that at the beginning,
right?
Yeah.
We thought it was just a food pantry.
So besides me, how did you guys find out about all the stuff we do? Like, do you know anyone who's like benefited from these services, or friends of friends, or
actually currently have a couple of coworkers that have benefited from PRC in the past. So
nice.
That's a really good connection, that knowing that, hey, you guys helped one of our employees, and now they're able to pay it forward and raise money for you guys. So
yeah, that's like the full circle. That's the dream. You gave me goosebumps as a fundraiser, because we don't want it to just be one way. So the fact that we can help folks get back on their feet, they can show up and be ready for work on your turf, and then help raise the money back. And I think that's the most rewarding part about all of the work that we all do together, is that it's not like necessarily I didn't take anything, so I don't need to give it back. It's more of just like giving, and then it just comes back tenfold by building that cycle of giving, or just like cycle of care, I guess. We'll trademark that. Good karma, exactly. Okay, I just had maybe a couple more questions to finalize out. Thank you guys for putting up with me. Is there, besides the Give 5 Get 5, the grocery rescue, you also obviously are a sponsor of PRC. Is there anything else that we do together that the people should know about, or is there anything you guys hope to accomplish, or like what, you know, in a perfect world, what would you guys like to see us do together, and what are we really trying to do here for the community?
I don't know if there's any other
Oh, the
way
wine events, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Well, because of the pandemic, it's a little hard, but you know, obviously we can get creative. We can get creative, make just like this Palm-a-Palooza this year. We'll make it work.
Definitely.
It's really about, you know, inspiring others, that we're able to keep this going.
I agree. I know I kind of switched the question on you a little bit because we talked about this a little bit before, but yeah, just if there's anything else that we can do for you folks or your staff or even customers that are coming in, like just you guys being able to be the stewards, you know, outside of of the mission is like a dream come true for us. So we want to thank you guys again on behalf of everyone in the office and at home. I guess the floor is yours. Any specials, any cool stuff in the Nosh section, or yeah, talk about a little bit about what you guys are doing at Grocery Outlet and what people can expect, you know, for the next 3 months.
Well, first, you know, we want to say thank you to all of our customers who continues to support Grocery Outlets. You are supporting not just me and Shan, you're supporting our coworkers who comes every day, you know, especially during the pandemic, they do sometimes feel unsafe, right? So my job and Shan's job is to continue to make them feel safe while at work. And that goes for our customers as well. We are gonna continue to make sure that when you shop at our store, we are cleaning every hour. We are doing our best to wipe down all our baskets and carts to make sure that, you know, we are protecting you as well as our staff. So thank you so much for all your support. You guys inspires us to do better every day.
And now that everyone knows that you were a nurse, I think they feel even more comfortable coming to shop there because it's like, do you wear the little booties at work on your shoes too?
Sure, maybe I should and put my stethoscope around mine just to make sure.
Are there any other like things you want to highlight? Any specials or anything that's coming up?
Holidays is coming. I know it's really tough this year. It's going to be very different, but we're going to try to offer all the things that we hope that you'll be thinking about during this season. We'll be ready. We'll continue to try our best every day. But lots of stuff happening for Halloween, the fall, and Christmas and New Year. So,
I can't. How can you guys believe that it's already Halloween? It's gonna be.
Believe it, yeah.
Do you already have Christmas stuff coming in, or when does that stuff hit? A little bit later.
Next month. We don't put it out too early.
But you have it already? Is it? Or I guess from last year, no.
But fall, it's here.
Okay, that's awesome. Anything else you guys want to say? This is Palm-a-Palooza 2020.
Thank you for taking the time to
thank you.
Interview us. This is actually it's you know, we never really talk about what we do, but because we have questions now, we have to really think about it, right?
Yeah, and I like to talk, you know that, so I can get it out of you. Okay, so yeah, keep on watching, keep on supporting. Go visit Grocery Outlet. You guys are open 7 days a week, 8 to 8, or how's that? 11 to 8?
Every day.
8 a.m.
Until future notice.
Okay, cool. And then yeah, Grocery Outlet. Just Google it, call them, stop by. Pedro Point. There's tons of parking now because the beaches are closed, so it's all good. No, just kidding. You guys do a good job about. I don't know. I didn't mean to bring that up, but you guys are doing a great job trying to mitigate that.
You know, it's tough, but just rest assured, we are trying our best. We're trying
Definitely.
to make everyone happy and be respectful, but we are here for you guys.
Yeah, and if you need me to come work extra security or anything, I'll volunteer.
Are hired.
Okay, sweet. I could use the extra income. But yeah, thank you everyone. And then without much to do, I have to ask you to do it. Your patented sign off. Are we gonna do it together, or are you doing it?
Let's do it together. Let's
Okay,
do it.
are we gonna go on 3, or are we gonna go after 3, like a 4?
After 3.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3. We'll see you at the store. Bye. Okay, now I'm gonna stop recording. Do I have to keep waving? Is that the? Okay, sweet.
Until the video shuts off.
All right, here's the video shutting down. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being a part of this. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Peace.
Hello everyone, you've made it halfway through Palm-a-Palooza. Congratulations. Hope you've enjoyed the video so far. Keep the comments coming. There's more sponsorships coming in. I can already see in the future, so thank you so much for your support. We will announce the total maybe at the end of this video if we have it, or Mary, I said no cell phone.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's Bill Michaelis.
Oh,
thank you so much for
hey,
sponsoring
Bill.
Palm-a-Palooza.
Way to go, Bill.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna ignore that. We'll announce the total and the giveaways, and the sponsors will be listed on our website, Palm-a-Palooza.com. Palm-a-Palooza.com. Cool. So I'm gonna start us off. These are all of our sponsors. What, you okay?
I just peeked.
You're not supposed to peek. Okay, so this was this is for the drawing. You're gonna get a $100 gift card, and then we might have some other drawings.
Yeah.
You know? We might feel like Oprah. We just want to give stuff away.
That sounds great.
But first and foremost, thank you, Grocery Outlet, for your sponsorship. So we're gonna go ahead and do the drawing now for the $100 Grocery Outlet gift card.
Right.
And you can get a lot for $100 at Grocery Outlet.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
you can. And
Cool.
Grocery Outlet's the best.
The best. So ladies first. Who do you got?
I have Lisa
Oh,
Torres.
also, you're not going to say the sponsorship level because I have a feeling that you're very efficient.
Oh,
So
I was gonna do that.
Yeah, Mary's like a robot sometimes. You have to reprogram.
Okay.
Cool, go ahead.
Thank you to Lisa Torres and Lawrence Wurstel.
Nice.
Put it in.
Yeah, but you got to fold it
Oh.
because it's a drawing now. Dinah, I'm sorry, Micheletti.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe I have to read this one. It says, Mary Bier, from Maggie and Jonathan Markham, for your tireless and honorable work you do for our community. Oh my gosh, Jonathan and Maggie, thank you. I love you so much.
I didn't even plan that, but she's already about to cry. Daniel Kumler and Charlotte Neff, thank you so much.
Linda and Thomas Jonas, thank you.
Oh, these massive. Dawn and Elaine Horsley,
Oh,
supervisor.
Thanks,
you so
Supervisor Horsley. We appreciate you.
And your funds.
Mark Patterson, in memory of his parents. Thanks a lot, Mark.
Thank you, Mark. I think you're in Texas, so
Oh,
wear your mask.
is that Bill again?
Bill, if Bill calls again, we're going to answer. Denise Barr, thank you so much.
Margaret Gerard, thank you, thank you.
Dr. Kenneth A. Thomas, Eureka Square chiropractic.
Dr. Thomas.
He is the chiropractor.
Yeah, he is the chiropractor in Pacifica. Michelle Gray and Christopher James, thank you so much.
This is my cousin, my dad's cousin, Diane Colzer. I should know how to say your last name, but we love you. Hope you can visit soon when it's safe.
Marcia Settle and David Gilson. And Marcia's been on the board for the Pacific Resource Center for a long time. So thank you for all your service.
Yes, and good luck at the DMV.
Wait, I think I just put 2 in there.
Uh-oh. Ed Skikowski and PRC Development Associate and Volunteer Coordinator Diana Milbert. Thank you so much.
Michael Malone and Nancy Vargas. Thanks, you guys.
Deborah Hemlock. Thank you so much.
Lynn and Ernie Maginkalda. Thank you.
Donald and Dulce Adonis. Dulce is our office manager and also our tax coordinator. You probably saw videos from these folks soon, or either you're going to or you just did. So thank you, Donald and Dulce.
Mary McCowell and Gary Bottenheimer.
Funny story about Gary Bottenheimer and Mary McCowell. I played baseball with their son when I was 7 years old.
You did?
Yeah, hi Miles.
That's nice.
Delia McGrath.
Oh, peace, people. Lynn Gallagher and Cynthia Sides. Thank you so much.
Dr. Christopher Patton and Dr. Marlissa Campbell. 2 doctors, 1 household. Thank you guys so much.
I want you to know this is really fun doing this.
we haven't seen these names yet.
It's really exciting. Mary Lou Murphy and Dennis Baker. Thank you.
Diane and Dan Sue. Thank you so much.
Mary Brum Merrill. Thank you so much, and thank you for all the service you did for our city.
Elizabeth Burdell. Same. Thank you so much for your support.
Yeah. Nancy and Greg Summerson. Thank you.
I just noticed we're folding them differently. I'm doing it, but we'll figure it out.
Oh, no.
So Mary's are probably gonna. You probably think Mary's. Sorry, I didn't tell you. Diane Putler and Robert Henson. I'm gonna go half over and then half down because that's what we do for the drop-in. I'm sorry, I didn't tell you.
Okay, I'll do it now. Marjorie Ann Gennady. Thank you so much. Half over and half down.
Ellen Camp. Thank you.
I'm not doing it right. Ms. Pop Fellowship. Wow, thank you so much.
Ms. Pot, thank you so much. Cheryl Sanderson, thank you.
Jeff Vanderbilt, thank you.
Clarice and Ina Eaglin, thank you so much. Ina is our, you saw a video from her, she's our front desk extraordinaire.
Oh yeah. Julie Umner and Stephen Owls, thank you so much.
I believe that's Julie from our board previously. I started with her in 2014, so hi Julie. Charlene White, this is in memory of your granddaughter, Nora Sterling. So Charlene, if you're watching, I have a feeling someone gave in your honor in memory of your granddaughter, Nora Sterling. So rest in peace and many condolences to Nora. Thank you so much for your support.
That's beautiful. Jane and Rick Nahas, thank you so much, and for all that you do for Pacifica Resource Center.
Another fun fact, I played baseball with their kid too. Matt, how are you?
You have a lot of fun facts.
And Jane's the one who convinced me to come onto the board and started this. So I call her my second mother because she started the journey. Cindy Abbott, this one's a good one. This is actually in memory of Nancy Morrison. She was a board member who passed. So Nancy, if you're here, you are here with us.
Yes,
we know
she's
we love
always
you.
here.
And Cindy, thank you so much for almost making Mary cry.
Yeah,
again.
that was beautiful, Cindy. Thank you. Juliana Deerdorf, thank you so much.
This is a good one.
You have a story? No?
Who is it?
Juliana Deerdorf.
Oh, the crazy thing about Juliana. Sorry. Juliana's awesome, I'm assuming. Chris and Ron Gabrielli. Chris Porter from, or Gabrielli at this point, from Recology. She's now on our board.
Chris
So,
Porter.
Chris, thank you so much for everything.
For everything you've always done.
Always and forever.
John and Julia Hall, thank you so much.
This is a good one. Crawford and Hanson Law Offices. Thank you, Robin Crawford, and also Piper Hanson.
Kristen Markowitz, thank you.
PRC Board President Chris Hunter and his lovely wife Meg Hunter. Thank you so much.
John Albach and Peggy O'Grady Albach, thank you so much. I really hope I said that right.
I have one that's pretty easy. Coastside Farmers Market. Thank you guys so much for your support. Colleen and Aaron. Is that my fun fact?
Yeah, fun fact. Kathleen Sugar, the Sugar Magic Foundation. Ooh, a magic foundation.
And sugar. Or sugar, who knows? But yeah, thank you so much. Kathy Abel, thank you.
Jennifer Ball and Mike Barney, thank you so much, and thank you for all that you've sponsored through
And
over
all
the
of your
years.
finger puppets.
And yeah.
And we miss you. Christian Rivlin and Julia Thomas, longtime supporters, thank you so much.
Karen and Mike Irvin, thank you so much. Pacificans Care, thank you.
One of my favorite Pacificans of all time, Carolyn Harmio, thank you so much. Did you have a fun fact about Carolyn?
Not right this second,
Well,
but boy do we
little
love
chuckles
her.
over here.
Jeffrey Nguyen, thank you so much.
Christelle and Anthony Rinquette. Christelle is our case manager at PRC. Thank you so much.
Julie Omer from Susie and Jim Omer. That's nice.
Nice.
So they gave for
Julie
her.
is bored, but I think, yeah, they give as a
Did
family.
I say her name right?
Yeah, you did good. Thank you
Okay,
so
good.
much.
Important.
Oh, here's a good one. We'll save this one for last.
Okay.
I almost put it in my tequila. I mean my water.
Here's John Niblin.
Johnny Nibs.
Thanks for your service on the planning commission and for the whole
also
county.
the board. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, he wears many hats too.
he does.
Good guy. Christine Stahl wants to give in memory of Mary Sue, Susie Fabiano. So thank you, Christine Stahl, for all that you do with Pacificans Care and your Rockaway Ricky Memorial. And yeah, Mary Sue, Susie Fabiano, thank you for being here with us.
The law offices of David L. Hart.
Ooh,
Thank you
that's
so
official.
much. That is. Another law
I might
office
need a
here.
bigger container.
Here's law and mediation offices of Norma Lambert McLeod.
Well, Mary's just gonna go out of order now, so I guess. We'll
Sorry, but it was too long.
That's true. It's like Uno. You
Yeah.
had two, so you get to you get to go.
Go ahead.
Kat Olazabal, PRC is like everything in the sky. HR, accounting. If you need it from her, she's got it for you. Kat, thank you so much for your support. We appreciate it.
We have so many sponsors. We're gonna need a bigger container.
I know. What's
That's beautiful. Eric and Ashley Larson in memory of Tom Ball.
Tom Ball was a board member, librarian, just in general a great guy.
Wonderful guy.
And depending on when we're showing this, I think you might have seen him in the first relaunch video.
Oh, right.
He's giving the tours of the brand new extension. So,
Oh,
so
we
to the
miss
Ball
him.
family, if you're watching, thank you so much.
You better do a couple to catch up.
Okay, I'll do two in a row maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, Christine and Mike Perez, thank you so much.
Hey, Mike.
Hi, Mike. Thank you for your text. Ann Puski, Puski. Would you go Puski or Pusky?
Pookie.
No S? Or is it
No, wait.
silent?
Let me see it. Oh, I don't know.
Ann
Sorry.
Puski, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
This one will get you.
Uh-oh.
Gladys Bancroft Crampton.
Who's that?
Robbie's mom.
Thank you, Mommy. Love you. And you can find her at the pet department at Oceana Market for all your pet needs. Bridget and Alexander Marshall, thank you so much.
Ellen Hay. Thank you, Ellen, for everything.
Anson Chan, you've been awesome. You've been a great supporter even for back to school, so we appreciate it.
Giaconda Egan. Thank you so much.
Giaconda was on the board, I think, maybe before I was way before I was around, but yeah, she's been a great supporter. Caitlin Quinn, you're awesome. Thank you, and say hi to Peter for us.
Okay, Gary Vangersbergen. Vangersbergen.
Nice. Thank you,
Thank
Gary
you, Gary.
Vangersbergen. Arthur and Ellen Egan, thank you.
Hillary MacArthur. Thank you so much.
How old is Hillary?
I don't know.
Okay. Hillary, hope you're doing well. Carol and Kevin Quatrin, I'm going. Feel good about that?
Yep.
Okay. We're doing pretty good so far with the names,
Yeah.
so thank you guys.
Gail Brown McDonald. And if you don't think so, you can always let us know in the down below.
Yeah, send us an audio.
Audio.
Avis Friedman and Nick Evanson, thank you so much for your continued support, and Nick for volunteering to be a part of the grocery rescue. Thank you. Thank you and your truck.
Heather Lee. Thank you.
Carol VL, thank you so much.
Frank and Barbara Ermacher. Thank you guys so much. And Frank, thank you for your service on the Emergency Preparedness Commission.
Oh, Mary has a little fun facts.
Fun facts.
Okay. Cool.
And I went to
Alexander.
school with Robin.
Oh,
her daughter.
nice. Alexander Lowe.
Gordon and Stacy Tenora. Thank you, Gordon and Stacy. We miss seeing you.
Yeah, congrats on the grandchild.
Oh, nice.
Barbara Bruxvert. This is also in memory of Tom Ball. So, another, moment of silence right there. That was perfect.
That was beautiful.
That was for you, Tom. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And did I read the little parentheses?
Sure.
Okay. It says fire to smoke, firetosmoke.com from Anita Rees.
Nice, and that's Anita's partner. He owns a barbecue, and you've probably seen him in the videos. Fire to Smoke. So
Oh, okay.
he does catering during the pandemic. Firetosmoke.com. This is a good one.
They're all good.
Do you want to take it?
Sure.
Cool.
Aw. Alyssa Jenkins from Robby Bancroft in memory of your mother. Aww.
Your garage sale was amazing. I told you I would give in your honor, and so hopefully you got your mask and everything, but you didn't call me. But Miss Jenkins was my junior year high school teacher, and she's always looked out for me, and I've looked out for her now. You know that we're fully adults.
Beautiful.
But yeah, her mom passed away. Her mom liked to collect stuff. I'm not gonna lie, and I went to her garage sale, and took home a tub of probably some stuff I didn't need. But look, now the PRC benefited from it. So
There you go.
it's called full circle of giving. All right, Barbara Christian, thank you so much.
Glynis and Susan Takalo. Thank you.
Fun fact about that couple:
Okay.
Susan works at Second Harvest Food Bank, so she's the reason we have a new building and the plaque and all that fun stuff, and food on the drive-thru and everything. So
Nice.
Susan, thank you so much, and Glynis also. Andrew and Paige Lee, what can you say about that? Here, you should have took that one. But
Andrew and Paige Lee. I love my Lees. Thank you guys so much. And Andy is on the Jefferson Union High School District Board. And Paige is just Paige. She's awesome.
she's a nurse on the front lines.
Yeah,
So.
she is.
Oh, and look who it is.
Another one? Oh, Bill Michaelis and Dinah Verby.
I'll call you back, Bill, I promise.
Thank you for always being so generous.
Angelique Chavez, thank you.
Ginny and John James.
Jenny's
Jenny,
on the
we love
board.
you.
John lets her be on the board and fun serve. Blue Murov and Julie Starobin, thank you so much and for your service in the community as well.
Hamika Nally. Thank you so much. That's a beautiful name.
Ted and Mary Margaret Caden.
Gerald Ward and Luis Marshall Ward. Thank you. I'm gonna beat you.
I didn't know we were racing. Tiger Jazz Twirls Big Stick. Thank you so much for your support. You're on leave right now from the board, and we wish you well on the election this year.
We do. Did I already say that? Gerald Ward and Lois Marshall Ward. No, I didn't.
Hey, so nice, gotta
Thank
thank him
you.
twice. Yvonne Lorban, also on the board. Thank you so much for your service and your support throughout the years.
And a pillar of Pacifica, Horace and Marion Hinshaw.
Horace and
Horace
Marianne
Hinshaw.
Hinshaw. Thank you so much. William and Marianne Province. Thank you.
Kurt and Debbie Keast. Thank you. Hey, but hand me some.
Oh, nice.
Empty.
Wow, you're good, pal.
Hand sanitizer.
Yeah, sanitize them. So chill, Marina Hernandez, thank you so much. You obviously know who you are, and for people watching at home, you probably know who she is too, and there's a video of her, direct services manager, basically Mother Teresa of PRC.
Nice. Steve and Claudia from Michelle White's. Congratulations on your nuptials. I wish I could be there to celebrate with you, but please know I'm helping my community in your honor.
Nice.
Steve and Claudia, congratulations on getting married.
Penny Mitchell. You got a fun fact about Penny?
I don't think I did.
I think she was the pastor of the church before Mother Teresa.
No, that's Penny Duo.
Oh, so then
There's another Penny.
pennies. Thank you
Pretty
so
name.
much, Penny Mitchell. Thank you for your pennies.
Richard Hall, thank you so much.
The Rotary Club of Pacifica. Thank you so much for your continued service and support with your food drives and everything else.
Stephen Rhodes and Douglas Hedden, thank you so much.
Peggy, you want to help me with that last name?
Schwen,
Peggy Schwen. Thank you so much.
Peter Lowe, in memory of Nancy Morrison. Another Nancy.
Nancy and Tom seem to be the stars of Palm-a-Palooza
They
this year.
should be.
Maybe we'll dedicate Palm-a-Palooza to Nancy and Tom and anyone else who would last.
I think that's beautiful.
All right. Rose Graham. Graham or just Graham?
Graham.
Rose Graham. Thank you so much.
Stephen Austin, thank you. Wow, look how many.
I always see Steve walking his dog. So thank you, Steve. You want to trade a couple or how many?
No, go ahead.
Okay. This is a good one. Robert Holland and Suzanne Moore. Thank you so much.
Oh.
Suzanne, I got your text. I will text you back. I'm filming Palm-a-Palooza 2020 right now.
Hi, Susie.
Susie.
Pete.
Susie QT.
Pete and Gail Schumacher.
Nice.
Thank you. Oh,
I'm just going to watch you now.
no way.
Okay.
No.
On the insane.
Sherman Lee, Claire Irvin Lee. Thank you, Sherman and Claire.
This is a good one. Robin and Ginny Jacklett. Thank you so much.
Good. Rose Davis. Thank you for everything you do at PRC, Rose.
Sue Degree. You weren't able to figure out how to give online, but you came and dropped off a check. And I know you haven't been out in 6 months, so it's very important for you to get this check in our hands. So thank you so much for your service and all that you've done. And hopefully we get to, be around each other again soon.
For her 16 years on city council. 16 years.
Wow.
I don't even know if I could deal with another year. She's doing 16 years.
I don't think you're allowed to do more than 8 years now,
Not
right?
anymore, yeah. Susan Armstrong. Thank you, Susan. Wow, that was so fun. Look at all these folks.
All right, last but not least, we want to thank Chan and Diana Chu. You're not eligible for your own grocery store gift card, but you will be eligible if we do any other giveaways. So we will keep you right here underneath the rock. On the census table. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut, and then we will figure out how we're going to do this safely and pick some winners. Hello, I'm Robby Bancroft, Development and Communications Coordinator here at Pacifica Resource Center. We need your help to spread the word about how important it is for everyone in Pacifica and along the coast to participate in Census 2020. Everyone in Pacifica, regardless of age, immigration status, or criminal history, needs to be counted. The census count is how we make sure everyone gets a voice in government and we get our fair share of funding for programs and services. An undercount of our population could affect critical services to Pacifica's families, schools, housing, healthcare, transportation, and emergency planning. Census 2020 only asks for basic information, so it's safe, quick, and easy to complete. There's 3 ways you can complete the census: online, by phone, or by mail. Visit 2020census.gov right now for instructions and details. And good news, Pacifica Resource Center is an official questionnaire assistance kiosk for all your 2020 census needs. Please call us at 650-738-7470, or you can email info@pacresourcecenter.org or visit us at our office, 1809 Palmetto Avenue. Everyone counts.
Todos contamos.
Tout le monde compte.
Lahat po tayo ay mahalaga.
Jeder zählt.
Todo mundo conta.
Tutti contano.
Thank you, Pacifica. We're back. Hope you guys enjoyed your little bathroom break, or maybe you donated or called a friend, or you were just cracking up in the comment section. Whatever you've done in your little break, welcome back. We're gonna just go ahead and do our drawing now. So
Excited.
We had to get a bigger box thanks to my lovely girlfriend.
Because there's so many.
So many
sponsors.
And you get really wonky
Really
fast. So fast. You excited?
I am. I'm so excited.
Okay, do you want to just start off with a bang and do the grocery outlet $100 gift card? And we got a few more surprises for the folks at home.
No, you do that one last.
Okay, that'll be the finale?
Yeah.
Okay. This one is for a $50.
Whoa.
I hope that's okay, Dad. Breakers gift card. Because we're opening it again soon.
Woo!
And we need to sell some gift cards. So.
Yeah.
The Breakers gift card. Close your eyes. I'm over here. Marco.
Oh.
Alright, who is it?
It is. I'm sorry. Look. Andy and Paige.
Ooh, nice.
Andy and Paige Lee.
So here, maybe here. Can you grab a census pen? I didn't touch that.
Oh.
Shout out to the census, and then go ahead and click that open and put the break. It's on the back break.
Right. Got it.
If you can't tell, we're kind of just making this up as we go along, but Mary's been great and
yeah,
he's
we're still
supportive.
trying to figure out, what do we sanitize and what don't we.
So that's why we got the hand sanitizer. We got our own water mugs.
Frustrating. Anyway, let's do
This is the
this.
Resource Center. I'm feeling pretty safe outside. Feeling
I'm
good.
safe.
It's starting to sprinkle a bit on her bangs, so we're gonna keep this moving. They're banging though.
All right.
Okay, this is we're gonna keep it in the family here, so to speak. John Cedarlin is from Pacifica. He used to be in one of my bands, actually 2 of my bands.
Oh.
Yeah, and then now he's this big rock star on tour going to Europe, and then now COVID hit. So we're gonna give them a little love. They're our hometown heroes, the Family Crest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you dig them.
I do.
And I think everyone watching at home will like to hear them if they haven't already. So he's gonna put together a merch bundle, and he'll mail it out. And he's actually like more masked up and gloved up than I am, and I'm already paranoid enough. So this is for a Family Crest CD album merch bundle.
Oh, and it's really good music.
It's really good music.
It is.
It's the opposite of my band.
Yeah.
So it's really good music. So this is for the Family Crest merch bundle. Close your eyes.
It's hard to reach.
Oh, sorry.
You got one. Oh, this is fun. Lou and Julie.
Oh, nice.
Yay.
You know the drill.
They get some music.
The
yeah.
Family Crest.
Family Crest. I know the drill.
All right, I got my little cheat sheet here.
Thank you, Blue and Julie. I'm so happy.
This is another one. So I haven't been really leaving the house a lot, and Mary's kind of in my bubble. That's why we felt comfortable being, together apart here.
Yeah.
But I don't know about you, but I'm a big fan of the new yogurt place on Francisco.
Oh,
Raul, Victor, Jen.
Yeah.
And then the little one, little Raul.
Yeah, little Raul.
Raulcito. So yeah, that's been my home away from home. So Raul and the family have been generous enough to do a gift card for yogurt. And they're going to start dinner soon, but I'm not sure when. So this is for yogurt from Fog City Yogurt.
Nice.
On Francisco Boulevard.
I hope I get it.
That would be cheating.
I know. Another one. Ooh. Gail Brown McDonald.
Nice, Gail.
You got some yogurt.
We hope you like yogurt.
You have to love it. It's great there.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the cookies and cream. Do you have a favorite?
I like toasted marshmallow.
Oh, that's right. Toasted marshmallow. Yes, we have our fans in the background also fans of toasted marshmallow. And the secret is the sprinkles and then just a little bit of
caramel.
Okay, we're going to keep this moving. They live in Pacifica, but their business is in San Bruno, but it's called South City Cider. It's make cider, make a difference. And so they heard about Palm-a-Palooza. They wanted to support. They were going to be a bigger sponsor, but since the pandemic, we had to shift a little bit. So you get a variety pack of their wonderful gluten-free cider from one of our sponsors, South City Cider.
Nice.
And if for some reason you don't drink cider, these are wonderful gifts.
Do you say make cider, make a difference?
Yeah, that's their tagline.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that's why they're part of Palm-a-Palooza.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I didn't even tell you that before. Huh?
No, I didn't know.
Oh, you would love that.
I would like to meet them.
All right, Jen and Alex.
I don't need any cider.
We're coming up to your apartment after this.
No cider for me. Okay.
The anticipation is killing me.
Ted and Mary Margaret Caden.
Nice. You get a cider variety pack. South City Cider. Okay, this is the one you've all been waiting for. Oh, I forgot we could have put them in for this, but we'll hook you up.
Yeah.
Grocery outlet. Okay.
We'll buy the yogurt.
Well, yeah, you give me this for yogurt. Juliana will probably like that. That's their kid.
Yeah.
Okay, this is it. I'm just getting so nervous. Who's gonna win?
For the $100 grocery outlet gift card.
Yeah, just get in there.
And that one. Thank you for having me do this with you. I'm having so much fun.
I know. I feel like I'm a really bad show.
Mary Lou Murphy and Dennis Baker.
Hey, you guys can play
Yay.
a picnic or something.
Wonderful.
Okay. Do you have anything else you want to give away? I'm feeling good.
I wish I did. Do you?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
We can give an obsolete man cassette. And,
No.
You don't. Maybe no. Okay.
I think we're good.
All right, we're good. We're not gonna get my band involved yet. I think that's a different type of event.
Yeah. That's next time.
Okay. You want to just pick one for fun and then we'll just see what happens. Not for my band, but I'm just curious.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm addicted.
Oh,
that's good.
Let's get helped out.
And then I want to go into. You might not win anything, but we'll get you something special.
Cheryl Sanderson.
Okay.
Something special from Robby.
Mary McCallow and Gary Bottenheimer. Something special from Mary.
Awesome.
Nice. We'll get you guys some surprise gifts.
Some special.
And now we need to stop giving away stuff because I ran out of ideas.
Yeah. Thank you so much for all the sponsors out there. We cannot thank you enough. It's really strange having a virtual fundraiser, and we're doing the best we can, and look at this.
And that's because of you and all of your support.
That's right.
So yeah, we're about halfway through. You're going to see a couple more videos, a couple more interviews, and then Mary and I will be back at the end to do our final sign-offs. And yeah, just thank you so much for your support. Keep giving. You've been so generous so far. Safe to say we've achieved our goal, but let's keep this going because all funds raised goes to benefiting Pacifica Resource Center and the families and individuals we serve. And we know during the pandemic the need is even higher. Some agencies are reporting up to 10 times the amount of people coming in. So this is real. The need is real. And we're making fools of ourselves in order to raise as much money as possible. That's it. Cool.
Okay.
We'll see you guys at the end. Enjoy and keep engaging in the comment section. And like, share, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff.
And thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you know it's real when she goes, thank you so much. All right.
Hello, everyone. This is Palm-a-Palooza 2020. You've been watching, hopefully, with all your friends and family from a safe distance with your masks on. And by now, you've got your deliveries of all your sponsor gifts. So thank you again for doing that. be sure to, take pics, post it, tell your friends that they missed out on Palm-a-Palooza 2020. And of course, we want to see you next year. And we're trying our best to bring you as much entertainment and value as we can. So we've twisted Anita's arm, and she's here for at least the next 45 minutes to an hour, I'm sure. And she's going to share, some history of PRC, a little bit about herself, what's going on now, where we're headed. And it's really exciting. I had to, tag in my co-host here, Mary, because she's just, so precious and everyone loves her way more than us. So she's going to ask all the hard questions and I'm going to do all the fun questions. But yeah, be sure to comment here if you have any more questions. Anita will get to those as well when we get back into the office. But I'm Robby Bancroft, Development Coordinator at PRC. Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves, and then we'll do some quick highs and lows and get right into it.
Okay, I'm Mary Bier. I'm not sure which hat I'm going to wear today. Probably the North County Outreach Collaborative hat, because I think that's the one that fits the best.
Nice.
And yeah, go ahead, Anita.
And I'm Anita Rees. I'm the Executive Director of the Pacifica Resource Center, and I am so happy to be here with y'all.
Cool. And
Hey,
Anita,
we're happy to have you.
yeah, we're happy. We'll just get right into it. Do you want to share some highs and lows, and then also tell us how long you've been with the Resource
Highs and
Center?
lows, oh my. The high is Palm-a-Palooza. That's going to be way awesome. Tomorrow, we're going to have lots of fun delivering gifts to folks throughout Pacifica. Low is, I don't really have a low right now, because it's, right before an event is all about, getting it ready and getting it done. So all fun right now.
Nice. You stole my answer. I'm going to go ahead and throw that in there. Palm-a-Palooza high. Low is that, it's not in person, but I think we did a great job getting it together. And I just want to thank the staff, especially Development Associate Diana Milbert for, being the missing piece of our puzzle and making it all happen. But yeah, thank you for all your support on all this, everyone. And yeah, Mary, highs and lows, and then we'll go back to Anita.
Yeah. So I think lows is that we can't all be in the same room doing this and like maybe hugging each other when it's done and high-fiving and all that stuff. So that's a low for me. And a high is that we actually have a venue to do it in, right? Even if we aren't comfortable or it doesn't feel right, here we are.
Or if we have Wi-Fi problems, or I'm in my sweatpants. Either way, we're happy. Okay, great. Anita, can you go ahead? I'm not sure if you mentioned it, but how long have you been with PRC?
Yeah, I've been with PRC almost 11 years. It'll be 11 years in January. So yeah, happy to be here for that long. It's amazing how quick time flew. It's been over a decade now.
Anita, I can totally remember when there was a shift at PRC and everyone's like, it's okay, you can go there, it's really friendly.
Nice.
Not that it wasn't friendly before.
Yeah, right, for sure. No, definitely.
That's just when I started hearing about it. So it was wonderful when you joined. So.
That's awesome. And then I won't make you go through all, 11 years of your stats, but, what were you and the team able to accomplish last year? I know we usually share this, at Palm-a-Palooza, but I think the folks who have been supporting us, not just now, but all year round, want to know where their money went. Are you guys just going to Vegas with your boyfriend and just spending it all on red, or are we really making a difference here in PRC? So yeah, can you just briefly share some of this year's stats, or last year's stats of the fiscal year?
Last year, we actually provided services, 38,000 services. These are duplicated to assist 1 in 10 families in Pacifica. Specifically in terms of the programs that we provided groceries that benefited nearly 30,000 families or Pacifica children, adults, and seniors, so individuals, right? And these are folks who are coming oftentimes back for help on a regular basis, which is why it's 30,000 folks who have gotten help. We've prevented homelessness and sheltered 179 Pacificans, prepared taxes for over 200 households, which generated nearly $360,000 in refunds and savings for taxpayers of nearly $46,000 in tax preparation services. Sorry.
That's more sponsors calling in.
Exactly, right?
Like we want to do more.
Yeah, exactly. We also help 168 Pacifica youth get ready for back to school and provided happy holidays to 214 children through our holiday gift program and helped 518 Pacificans for Thanksgiving. And then through our homeless program, we provided 500 showers to folks who needed, wanted to take take a shower, something that we totally take for granted, right? You know, most of them were preparing for work or job interviews or housing search, but, you know, even for those folks who didn't have those situations, it was just a matter of, you know, staying clean, getting clean, you know, having a
getting some
warm
of
shower or
their
something.
dignity back, and feels good after a shower, and that is something that we take for granted.
And it's a really nice service to be able to offer the community. I know I've been able to offer it to folks that I've met out in the community, and they're like, oh, I didn't know. Thank you for letting me know, because there's something, you know, very personal about not being able to be clean. So that's really awesome.
Absolutely. I mean, the shower program was one of the nice things that we've been able to offer that's new for us. And it's only been 3 years.
Okay.
And I know, since I obviously work here, that number is growing. So
absolutely.
That's awesome.
Is it
All
me?
right. Yeah, this is a good one.
Are we talking about the success story?
Yeah, I think it's you know, it's good, you know,
Well,
we're a very data driven agency, but at the same time, a lot of folks, you know, they see the numbers and it's just numbers to them, but we really try to release, you know, success stories. So is there a specific one that you want to ask Anita about, or that you think the audience at home should hear?
Well, it would be nice to hear a success story about someone in a motorhome, just because, you know, there are successes happening at PRC.
Absolutely.
I can attest to that. There are successes.
Absolutely. Well, this was pretty recent, and of course I'm changing the names of the folks that I'm going to be talking about for confidentiality reasons, which also makes it challenging. We want to share all of the great stories at the same time. You know, we also recognize that it's really important to protect the confidentiality of the individuals who come in, because when if somebody thinks that we're going to start talking about their situation, they are less likely to come in. I mean, Pacifica is a really small, I mean, it's a city, but it feels like a small town, and oftentimes people are worried about coming into the office because folks will think that they need help, which shouldn't be a problem, but it still is, right? There's still a stigma associated with asking for assistance. Even now, given COVID, folks are still having a really difficult time coming in and asking for help. But this particular couple, Sarah and Curtis, have been living in their motorhome in throughout Pacifica. We learned that Sarah was 7 months pregnant, and they were getting quite a few community complaints, and the police were being called out to kind of help them move along. And as part of our outreach program, it's called the Unhoused on the Coast Outreach Program. We hired 2 outreach specialists. And one of the things that they started doing a few weeks ago was going out and flyering the vehicles that we saw. And those flyers said, come to PRC for help. We can try to see, maybe there's a inexpensive place for you to park, access to showers, groceries, whatever it is to help you become housed. And as a result of them getting this flyer, they came into PRC. Nice. And with our help, Curtis was able to find a job in Foster City, and they found housing in Foster City, and we were able to provide a security deposit, and they were able to move in before Sarah's due date, and they're no longer in their motorhome. They're 100% housed and doing well.
Okay, now I'm crying.
Yeah, I was about to say, I forgot she was pregnant in the beginning of the story, because I was just like, it's like, oh my God. And if I'm not mistaken, that motorhome wasn't new. That was a local. So
oh yes, absolutely.
We can kind of share that that's a little
sure.
behind the scenes development coordinator insight. But yeah, there's not one size fits all, and there's not one story, you know, that shares. So like, I didn't know what I was going to hear, but that was a good one. So thank you. And yeah, we're 3 questions in and Mary's already crying. So, you know, this was a good interview. For those of you watching at home, grab some tissue. We got some more coming for you. Okay, that's great. Obviously, you know this, but PRC does so much. And I hear people say, like, you guys do so much. It's almost like the menu at Breakers, where we have like so many items. People are like, what do we get? But like, you know, folks like Mary and people who are in the community, they're really starting to understand what we do. And, you know, when we share our stories and when we share our services, and each month we kind of, you know, separate the services, so to speak. So we just covered motorhomes. Obviously you went through the great list of all the things we've done, but currently for folks who maybe aren't as plugged in but still might need the help, what are some like updates or brief things you can share for them, especially during COVID, like you mentioned? I'm sure we're seeing a lot more people coming in. So what are those buzzwords that people need to hear so that it's kind of planted in the back of their head when they need it? And then is there any other information you want to share briefly on that?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, one of our biggest pivots resulting from COVID is that we've limited the amount of time that the office is open to the public. So we are open to the public Monday and Tuesday mornings, Wednesday and Thursday afternoons, and our time is normal on Fridays, which is a short day, 9 to 1. All other times the office is open, but we're available by phone only. And we do encourage folks to call us and have phone appointments rather than actually coming into the office. But we realize that there are folks who really feel more comfortable being here in person, and that's why we do have open office hours as well. Another really big adjustment that we made was we are pre-packing groceries and either delivering them or it's available during a grocery drive-through, which is at 555 Buell at the American Legion Hall every Wednesday. Folks who are signed up in advance have an appointment time that they come and pick up if they need groceries. And then folks who haven't signed up in advance and don't have an appointment time can show up at 3:30 and we'll get them groceries, we'll sign them up for the future. And then basically anybody in town who needs groceries can show up at 3:30 at 555 Buell every Wednesday. And then if folks need groceries delivered because they're at risk or are seniors or have, well, those are the main things, at risk and seniors, or
yeah, you shouldn't be leaving the house. The folks who like literally can't come out.
Exactly.
And,
Exactly. Then we will put them on the delivery program. But again, calling the office, talking to a case manager so that they can assess the situation, add them to the list is the first step. And then one of the other things that's been really, really important right now is folks aren't working or their hours have been significantly cut and they're having challenges paying their rent. And even though there are moratoriums regarding evictions, there are some specific things that folks need to do in order to benefit from those eviction moratoriums. And in some cases, folks have, accumulated quite a lot of rent that they need to pay back. And we have emergency financial assistance for those folks. They just need to get in touch with us. We created an online application to make it easier for people to apply for services and for help. But first step again is to contact us for help. We can pay back rent, we can pay future rent, we can pay mortgage. One of the things that we're really working on is making sure folks have a payment plan for past due rent so that we make sure they don't get evicted moving forward. So even though folks might have a lot of back due rent, we're going to focus on paying future rent first, current rent first, and then working it out to try to help with the other pieces as well. So definitely that's the other. And then I mentioned before Unhoused on the Coast work, we are accepting folks to be part of our housing center case management. For people who are unhoused. So our outreach specialists are going out, connecting people to our services. And then for those folks who are interested and are selected, it is a process. Then they're also getting housing center case management as well. So that's another piece in addition to the showers that we already talked about. But it's really cool to be able to do more than just refer out for homeless services, but to be able to do them in-house and really work towards helping people become housed, which is our ultimate goal.
When you were talking, Anita, and you talked about creating a plan with people so that they can pay their back rent, there's just so much value into having a plan. Because then it gives you hope, like, oh, okay, I can actually make these payments and I have people that are helping me figure out how to do it. Like, what a gift that is. And I know because I've received those kind of services before where I didn't think I was going to be able to stay in my apartment and I really wanted to, but there could have been a plan. I could have put a plan together and there was help for me to do that. So that's really wonderful. And one other thing, I was doing some outreach the other day and I ran into a woman who's an essential worker. She's a preschool teacher. And she said, I'm struggling. And I said, go to the resource center. Here's the information. And she's like, no, but I work full time.
I love hearing that one.
Yeah.
But you live in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, okay, let's sit down and I'll talk to you about the help I've received and the help other people can receive.
Yeah, Mary's probably like, I have 2 jobs and I still couldn't afford to live here.
But it was nice to be able to see even just her shoulders drop a little bit, just a little bit of relief. So
Yeah, I always hear Anita, even the 4 years I've been here, her biggest thing is like, don't let people disqualify themselves, even as donors or as potential clients. So
yeah,
good job, Mary.
Oh. For sure. Well, and good job to the Pacifica Resource Center for receiving the nonprofit.
Oh, is it official now? We can talk about it?
It is.
Woo!
Nonprofit of the Year Award, Jerry Hill's Nonprofit of the Year Award, correct?
Yes, yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, congratulations. And so what does that mean for you and how does that feel?
It feels amazing, really, to be honored by our Senator, Jerry Hill. There's a couple of reasons why it is even more special to us, besides the fact of being recognized, right? Especially during a year that has been so challenging for so many, including PRC and the work that we've been doing over the last few years. But it's Jerry Hill's last year in office. And
Bye,
so
Jerry.
for him,
If you're watching at home, Jerry, thanks for the sponsorships and the.
But it's his last year, and for him to select us as sort of his going, goodbye and thank you was pretty awesome for us. And it's really funny because like a few years ago, I found out about this award, and I was like, wow, how do we get nominated for something like that? That's pretty cool. I really think we should figure out how to do that. And then it happened naturally. I didn't talk to Jerry at all. He just like selected us. So that was
manifested
pretty awesome.
it.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it was like a couple of years ago I realized that it even existed, and I was like, huh, neat. And then to hear from actually our president, Chris Hunter, called me. I think it was like, I don't know, it was over the weekend or something, one weekend, and he's like, I just wanted to tell you that this is happening. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. So exciting for us for so many reasons.
And I'm sure it was exciting also for the board and the staff, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yes, absolutely. We definitely, like I said, to be honored at a time that we have heard from community members such, in some cases, negativity about some of the work that we do, to be recognized at a statewide level for the work that we do every day is pretty amazing. And absolutely, it's for, this award is for our current and past staff and board members, right? All of us did this to get us to this point. So it's really, such an honor for us in so many ways for so many reasons.
That's like when did 1957? All those folks too? Or when did we start?
1974.
I was about to say,
like 57.
no, sorry. I think that was when my dad was born. So yeah, he's not part of this award. But yeah, so like.
Well, he is because he was.
Oh, that's true. But in the later years, not when he was born. But yeah, so this is like we're going on almost 50 years strong of PRC, and so yeah, for it to be recognized, awards are great, but the work continues. So that's
Absolutely.
Awesome. I know, I'm sure a lot of people are curious, and Mary might not even know, how did you kind of discover Pacifica, or what brought you to Pacifica, and how did you hear about PRC? Like, did you have any first impressions? And then obviously, I know how you feel about, this wonderful community now, but in my interview with Grocery Outlet, I kind of let them explain, how they came to be part of this community, and now they, cherish it so much. So can you just share a little bit about your background and then how you became ED at PRC?
Sure. So my job before this, I was an associate director of a grassroots organizing group, and I was looking for something different. I had been with that organization for about 10 years, so I started looking for work, and executive director of the Pacifica Resource Center came up, and I was like, I kind of knew Pacifica because one of my past clients had an appeal for welfare benefits, and she lived in Pacifica. So that was probably, so I knew a couple people who lived here, but had never really been to Pacifica. And so I remember thinking to myself, there's poor people in Pacifica. And then I stopped myself and I was like, of course there are poor people everywhere. So just because in my mind I was thinking Pacifica was this very wealthy area.
Did you think we were like Menlo Atherton Light or
no,
something?
No, I mean, I just, you know, anything on the coast, right? I mean, anything on the coast is like, you know,
like Hollywood and like, you know, just
yeah.
like, that's funny.
So
'Cause I grew up here and so
Yeah.
did Mary. So we would love to be.
No, for sure. Well, and that's 100%, you know, the assumptions that folks make,
Yeah.
you know, not, I didn't come to the coast very often. I mean,
Yeah. People
I
either
actually-
don't even know it exists or it's just
Yeah.
always foggy, or in your case, you think, you know,
Yeah.
there's not a lot of need out here.
Yeah, for sure. And so then I was like, of course there are, you know, I stopped myself, given the work that I've done all my, you know, all my working life, I know this, but it was that first impression was like, wow, there's really, okay. And then and then, you know, I went through the process of applying for the position. And I remember having my first like phone interview. And I got off the phone with the woman who was a former board member, Michelle Trausch, who was actually off the board at the time, but helping the board find a replacement for the previous director. And I remember getting off the phone with her and going, that job's mine.
Oh.
Nice.
And then, yeah, I was like, that job is mine. The next day, I think I went to Costco and bought my my Fast Pass, my Fast Track, and then I came to my second interview, which was in person, or my, I guess, first real interview in person, and it was like a panel of people, and I got really worried, right? Because my hair is purple, and I was like, what if they don't like me because of my, you know, the assumptions that people
Then
make.
you start getting like, oh.
I started getting worried. I talked to the woman who does my hair. I'm like, is there something I could put in my hair temporarily to like make it not this color? And then like I talked to some other folks and they're like, but it's who you are. And if they don't hire you for who you are, then it's not the right job.
Yeah. Also, our colors weren't purple back then, so people are playing.
No, they
it's so
were.
not-"
No,
I thought
they were
I thought it was like
purple,
orange and like
blue.
yeah,
So
just
the only thing we
weird
changed,
colors.
yeah. So purple was
It looked like the
inside of
Miami Dolphins and like Barney are having
Right.
a nonprofit.
So then I go to the interview and stuff, and then it was like it seemed like all of the folks who were at the interview were all from the faith-based community, and then it just sort of worried me because I'm like,
You started burning a little bit. You're like,
yeah. But I just got a little concerned, right? Because I'm just like, oh my gosh, if you know this is like really way faith-based, I'm gonna have a lot to learn.
Well put.
Yeah. But then later on, I actually, you know, one of the folks who was on the panel I had spoken with later, we became, good friends and partners in the work at PRC. And she told me that, you know, after I left, she said, we have to hire her. She has purple hair. So I was like, oh, bonus.
So it wasn't even about your qualifications. It was just the fact that you
my
had
purple hair. Yeah.
All right. So kids watching
What
at
I
home,
worried about was
yeah, be yourself.
Yeah.
And you know, just own it.
Totally.
That job is yours. That's awesome. And was that like Debbie Keese, Ginny Janes, like that kind of?
No, actually back then it was, I mean, they were on the work they were part of the work for sure. Debbie Keese was actually the chair of the committee, the replacement or the search committee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was chair of the search committee. So, you know, for sure I thank her all the time for being part of the selection process.
Yeah, because she was still around before COVID. She was like working the front desk and telling me stories I didn't know. She's the one who put like the knocker on the back of the staff door.
Oh,
like,
yeah, that's right.
That looks like it's been there since since 57. But
a little bit that knocker, like.
Yeah, because it's like it's probably like actually like real I don't know, copper or something.
Yeah, I think it might bronze.
Bronze, yeah.
It's all
Awesome.
patina'd and stuff and pretty.
And so, yeah, you've been ED, and I'm sure there's been challenges and there's been rewards. We've kind of already covered those, so we could probably skip that question.
Yeah. Well, I will say that one of the coolest things, well, there's many, many cool things, but when I started at PRC 10-ish years ago, there were only 3 of us, and now there are 13. So it's pretty awesome. I mean, granted, it wasn't like we just grew overnight. It was a gradual growth, but it's pretty cool to be able to look back. We have another building. I mean, there's lots of things that we've been able to accomplish over the last
True.
few
I'll
years.
post some pics so people can kind of see our growth. And I think my extension is 5, so I was like 5th or 6th higher. So even since I've been here, we've doubled, and we're not stopping. So we'll get into a little of the expansion later.
Sure.
Mary has a great question for you, though.
Because we're talking about Palm-a-Palooza today.
We
right?
sure are.
Palm-a-Palooza, right? So do you have like a favorite memory or something that you could share about past Palm-a-Paloozas?
Yeah, for sure. Like our very, very first Palm-a-Palooza there was a bunch of stuff happening, right? The street was being torn up, so we needed to find a different location. And so we actually were able to use Beach Boulevard right outside of City Council chambers. And our theme was...
Like, it was a circus. Oh no, carnival.
No. Yeah, carnival. Our
But you
carnival.
said carnival, and I heard carnival, so then we just went with.
No, it was carnival.
We wanted,
it was totally carnival. Yeah.
And then Dulce showed up with a mask and she's like,
Right.
I think you got the wrong memo, girl.
Yeah, but so we were able to pull together getting a Ferris wheel, which I thought was going to be the coolest thing, right? So I had this vision of this cool big Ferris wheel, and then it showed up and I was like, that thing's not so big.
Yeah, it was like a Ferris wheel's cousin.
Yeah, it was like baby Ferris wheel. And
You
I was
get
like,
Instagram versus reality. Yeah, we got.
So I was like, that's not what I was thinking, but then when you actually get on it, it was way, way high, and it was so cool because it was facing the ocean. So it's like you're going up and you get to see the ocean, and then you come back down. And so, as small as it seemed like it actually wasn't that small. And like one of my favorite pictures was our former board president, Robin Crawford, on the Ferris wheel, and as he's like coming down, he just looked like so happy and excited.
Yeah,
and
he looks like a little kid, a 70-year-old little kid.
It was just really, really fun and really neat to see, and it was just a great event. I mean, it was the first time we had done something like that, where we brought like, stuff like that to do, something that wasn't just a come and sit down and give and have fun with your friends. It was like there was actually some other things for folks to do that was a little bit more.
Yeah, and this was like not inside. This was like we did like almost like a
outside
tent. It was like a
everything,
circus.
yeah.
And then right before we're about to open doors, the half the power cuts.
Right.
So we're on like our third like spider or whatever those things are called, and then some board members are just like, oh no, screw it. And I was like, no, we need popcorn and we need cotton candy. And then we have like a photo booth, and it's like the green screen's like all windy, but yeah, I think that
it was windy that day too.
Yes.
Way windy
It's like
that day.
whose bright idea, probably mine, to have an outdoor event next to the pier in Pacifica. But I think that was August, so we're banking on the hot weather, the nice weather coming in, but no, I think
it was
cool.
overcast that day too. I remember. Yeah.
And I think depending on where we put this video in the program, folks saw the video. So we're gonna play some of the recap videos.
Good.
If I can find the picture of Robin, I'll put that down.
That would be so cool.
I actually ran into Robin on the way here. That's why I was even like more like in a rush. He was having lunch with Piper, but I recognized his walk because he had his mask on and a hat, and so Robin, if you're watching, thank you for everything. You obviously were a big part of PRC, and then even me being a part of the board with you, and then coming on into this role as development coordinator. So again, Robin, thank you so much. You've been a mentor to me, and best of luck on your travels and your journeys, my friend.
Yeah, don't make me cry again.
I know.
Mary, do you want to say anything to Robin?
I already did this morning.
Okay, but he's not leaving anytime. Yeah, I guess we have some
so
time for it. So.
And my mom loved Robin so.
Oh,
now you're gonna make me cry. Bring up mom.
She even wrote it in her letter to the editor right before she died. She said, "Go see Robin Crawford."
P.S. Go see Robin Crawford. That's awesome. And yeah, now the best attorney in town is Piper. So Robin and Piper were the team, and that's awesome. And Piper's also, we can give a shout out to her for Pacificans Care. They're doing their giving week or something going on right now too. So Pacificans Care, watching at home, thank you guys so much for your support as well. Okay, we got a couple more. We did favorite memories. Oh, did you have a PRC like memory? I know you've been here for so long. We've already covered like the expansion of the pantry with Marina. A lot of folks, the case managers in particular, talked about just delivering food to drive through and everything like that. But is there another PRC memory specific for you, or is it just mainly like the expansions and the growth?
I mean, I would say, I think right now, and this sort of goes into another question, but just our unhoused on the coast work is pretty cool, because like just a little history. When I started at PRC, I was told by by some of our partners, right, that there wasn't really a lot of unhoused folks in Pacifica. And so, because we were having challenges getting our folks into shelter beds when they needed a shelter, and they're like, oh, I was like,
Oh
"There's
yeah,
really
news alert for you watching it. For the folks watching at home, there is no shelter on the
Right.
coast. So
I was about
we have the extra. Well, my aunt sponsored from Sacramento, so she
Oh, nice.
she travels in her motorhome, which is an RV because it's recreational.
Right.
So her watching home, she's like, oh, why don't you just put just homeless folks just go in shelter, right? Just like the movies. And it's like, no.
No, it doesn't work that way. Yeah. So, because I was asking, why isn't there a shelter on the coast? Can we get a shelter on the coast? And, our partners are like, well, is there really any need in Pacifica? There's not enough need in Pacifica. So I was like, okay, let's start documenting the need, right? So we've done a few one-day homeless counts, saw that there was an increase in the number of folks who are homeless. And then the next thing that they said, so then I was like, okay, so we've documented that there's a need. What about a shelter on the coast? And they're like, is it really community support? And I'm just like, okay, that's what I've been working on since then. It's community support, which, is hit or miss, but nevertheless, we've come up with other strategies to help folks, become housed. But we went through a process where we released a report, Homeless in Pacifica, back in 2013. Back at that time, folks were like, oh, there's only really 2 homeless people in Pacifica. And it's like, well, no.
Yeah, the only 2 you can see by the liquor store in Crest.
Exactly. I was like, well, that's not actually true. There's actually more than that in Pacifica. When you look at when you look at our one-day homeless count and you think in terms of, that was on one day every 2 years where we count who we see. It doesn't take into consideration the folks who are couch surfing, who don't have a regular place to sleep at night, but are not outside street homeless.
Yeah, because if you're renting a garage for $100 a month, you're still technically homeless.
Yeah, absolutely. You are. If you are sleeping on someone's couch, but that's not your regular place of residence, and that could end at any time because it's a friend or a family member who's letting you just crash there.
Yeah,
that's also homeless. And so, but right. Our one-day homeless count doesn't count those folks. It only counts the people that we see outside or in vehicles or encampments. And so it's really, really important. And through that documentation, we've been able to get more resources into Pacifica for us to be able to offer more services. And first, that was the county's the Life Moves homeless outreach team added Pacifica as a specific site instead of it just being offered as needed. And then most recently, over the last year, we were able to receive funding through both state and local funds, homeless funds, to start our Unhoused on the Coast outreach. And so 2 outreach specialists are able to go out and connect with folks, connect them to our services. And then, like I said, being able to offer housing center case management, which really focuses on what housing you want, not what housing can you afford, not what housing do I think you should have. It's really like, where are you most successful in housing? And then let's break it down and figure out how to get you there. And so that it's not really about us telling other people what they should be doing, but it's really about working with the individual on what their ultimate housing goal is, whatever that is, with no judgment at all. So for me, that's probably one of the most current exciting things that we're doing, because it just gives us the opportunity to try some things that, what I've seen over the last 10 years hasn't happened, right? Sometimes what happens in organizations is you sort of get set in, this is the way it's always been done. And we're really trying to learn from what we've seen over the last 10 years and try something different.
And kind of maintaining the services that we've talked about.
Absolutely. And at the same time doing those other services, for sure.
I know Mary's really excited about this topic too. Go ahead, Mary. Sorry.
No, but I just think we don't have a choice right now. We have to look at things differently because the world has changed so much that,
And it's only got and going to get worse. I mean, I've shared my story during the Great Recession, and I didn't even know PRC was available. And so now I'm at the age where I can see another one coming, or it's going to be even worse than the housing recession. And that one, a lot of the stories that came through the door when I first started, it's folks still saying, I lost my house in 2008, 2009. I've been in a car in and out of, garages ever since. And so we're going to be working on this for, years to come. And it's good for people to hear this firsthand from, all of us, the folks who are on the ground working on this stuff. And, there's so much going on. So even I forget that we actually have county funds, because I'm the fundraiser, so I'm like, we got to get all this funds, but having the support from the county coming in, that is them doing their part, and they're on the ground there with us when they can. So thank you for clarifying that for me and folks watching at home. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about, like what's next for PRC? What can the community do to support, like how, if they want to get involved, or anything else? I haven't looked at the strategic plan in a while, sorry boss. But yeah, what else is next for PRC besides continuing our work and expanding the unhoused work?
Well, the other piece that we are working on the possibility of expanding our grocery programs as well. So yeah, we're just sort of waiting to hear back about a funding opportunity to expand our delivery programs. So right after COVID happened, everything went to delivery, right? We were just like, we got to get food out to people and we need them to stay home. So we're going to deliver everything. And then as the pandemic continued, we realized that that wasn't necessarily something that we could do indefinitely. And so we scaled the deliveries back and started the drive-through instead. And so that's a hybrid between the two of those things, so that folks who could leave and wanted to leave their homes could come and pick up groceries as they needed them. And then for those folks who couldn't, we would deliver.
Yeah, special thanks to Second Harvest Food Bank. Sorry if we didn't say that yet.
Oh my gosh. So, and the Office of Sustainability, who gave us funding to buy the refrigerated van before the pandemic.
Pick in the comments of the van. I'll find a good one. Go ahead and check that out. Like, comment, subscribe,
But yeah, so as I, had a conversation with our food program coordinator, Rose Davis, which many of you know, I've
known her since I was like 5. So yeah, I know.
I was like, what's your, let's dream big. What is it that you want to do with the food programs? Like where do you see us? Like, where do you want to go? Like, what do we want to do? Right. So I told her the story of actually Robin's story around, his dream would be that we had basically a grocery store, and that grocery store, everybody paid with a card. Right? So anybody could go to this grocery store and pick up any groceries that they wanted. They all looked the same, who they were, whether they got free groceries or paid a portion of, paid for them or whatever. Nobody knew, right? Because it was always paid the same way with this same card, like a membership card. And that way, there was no stigma associated with going to your grocery store, right? It was a grocery store, but one person might get it for free and another person might be paying retail price.
Yeah, it's basically like Amazon without the app. You just walk in, you grab, and you go. And then it didn't matter if it was a donor, a supporter, or anyone, but you knew the people in there were, partners with PRC in one way or the other, and there was no judgment. Maybe not even check your cashiers at one point,
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah.
The PRC app.
So I told her that was a dream that had come up in the past. And that,
did you know that Rose actually ran a grocery store? Oh, obviously because you interviewed her. Oh,
no,
so
I didn't know she ran a grocery store.
I think I got to check in with her, but I think she did produce for a while, like a produce section.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I didn't know that, but yeah, so I told her that, so because when we first started talking, it was like so hard for her to look outside of like what we're already doing, and she's like, well, then we'll need this. I was like, I don't need you to tell me what you think we need. What I want you to tell me is what you want, and I'll figure out, then we'll figure out what we need, and then then that way it's like in the back of my head when opportunities arise, then we can maybe make some of those things happen. And so what we landed on, right, because our ultimate dream would be a grocery store, but an interim goal would be to deliver to anybody who wanted deliveries, and that it wouldn't necessarily, at our sort of midway dream, right, would be that people could select what they wanted. So it would truly be like Amazon groceries being delivered based on what people picked, based on what we tell them we have, and then we deliver what they want versus pre-packed groceries.
And this just wouldn't be clients, right? This would just be supporters?
No, those would probably, the deliveries would just be clients. I mean, the grocery store would be everybody, right? Everybody, whoever needs groceries shows up.
Now I'm going big.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
For the deliveries, it would be just,
more of a user experience of like the shopping and just not a lot of contact with folks, because like I said, people are working 2-3 jobs, single parents. You got your kids at home with Zoom now. Like the last thing you want to worry about is how you're going to get your groceries, especially pay the rent. So That's
Absolutely. So yeah, so that, you know, so we've got some things in the works to potentially expand and get another van or a refrigerated truck that would allow us to get more groceries into the office and out to people, along with additional support for drivers, because that's the other piece, right? You know, you can't deliver unless you have drivers, and you know, we have one. So we would need to definitely increase that. So that's another thing that we're looking at doing, just to, again, it goes back to this whole place, the thing that I mentioned earlier around, you know, stigma associated with asking for help, and how can we make things easier for people. And one of those ways is nobody knows where your groceries are coming from. They're coming in from a white van, right? A white refrigerated van's dropping
Well, now
off.
everyone's gonna know the white van. But
Well, you know, there's
maybe,
like a million vans.
Maybe
It's not
it's
gonna say
sponsored.
Amazon on it.
Right? Yeah. Actually, what if we did just do an Amazon van?
Right, and then nobody would.
And then when they try to sue us, we're like, can you donate instead? That'd
Right,
be...
exactly.
Before we move on, I know we're coming to the end here. Can you just talk a little bit about the case management? Because I know we talked a lot about food, a lot about homes, but the thing that I learned the most in my 4 years being here is that the service we really provide is case management and the stuff that happens confidentially. Yeah, confidentially. Mary, help me out. Confidentially behind the closed doors, and that kind of sets up the plan. The food is great because it's easier to give you food than to pay the random bills that walk through the door. But yeah, if you can just go into case management, and then Mary, you can take us home after that.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so one of the things we try really hard to do is provide as much of the resources and services in-house, so the folks don't have to go someplace else to get help. But absolutely, before, like, we give things, right, to help cover costs. So groceries helps you to not have to go to the grocery store and buy groceries. You can use that to pay other bills. But it's really what Mary said earlier, it's that plan, it's that sounding board opportunity to really think through what your challenge is, and then have a safe place to talk about it and come up with what works for you. So again, not us telling you what you should do, but giving people options and opportunities to then decide what makes the most sense for them. Because if you're part of the solution, it's going to be real. If you're being told what the solution is, you're not as vested. And so being able to sit down with one of our case managers or any staff person to go through, you know, what is your ultimate goal? How can we help you get there? You might come in asking for one thing. We might not be able to give you that thing, but we can give you something that gives you hope and gives you, you know, ideas about what to do next. So yeah, absolutely. Case management is the core of everything that we do. And like I mentioned, the housing center case management is something that we hope to do, not just with our unhoused clients, but even, you know, all of our clients who are having concerns about their housing situation. If they're worried about their rent going up and then not being able to pay their rent, then being able to develop, to really go through a process to help you figure out, you know, where do you want to live, you know, and then how can you get there? If it's buying a house in the future, how can we help you get to that point? If it's, I need to downsize, or I want to stay in this apartment, how can we help you do that? Those kinds of things are all one-on-one. It's not, there's no like preconception of what we're going to tell people. It really is 100% dependent on what the folks who are coming to us want and need, right? They're the experts in their lives. We're not. You know, we know stuff, we know resources, we know strategies, but ultimately we don't know what you want. But we're here to listen and help come up with solutions and ideas and strategies and support you in doing that, for sure.
And caring, I mean, that's all caring, right? So it's so wonderful to be able to go to a place where everybody cares about you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's
from the start to the end, right?
It sounds pretty compassionate. Are you sure? I'm glad that you pointed out that expert in your own lives. That's as I'm reflecting on the 4 or 5 years that I've been here, it's definitely that folks are the expert of their own lives. And so if we try to control the things that we can't control, that's not going to work out well. But if we can swallow our pride and come through these doors and ask for the help, then the staff here is trained. Like, Marina's been here forever, and we have 2 new case managers going on 3, maybe 4.
Well, we have
I can't,
our two outreach
I'm
specialists.
using Christelle's office right now. So hi, Christelle. Thank you for letting me borrow this, but
Yeah, we've got 2 case managers, 2 outreach specialists that do some case management, but mostly out in the field.
okay. So it's 5 case managers, 2 are out in the field. So 3 in-house, right?
Yeah, Marina
Okay.
does case management, but Marina
And a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I would say like, 1/3 of our staff is case management, but no one talks about that online. No one talks about that, in the streets. So that was really important. Thank you for highlighting that.
Yeah, and also maybe you can just let everybody know how they can get a hold of you if they have any questions. Yeah.
Absolutely. Phone number is 650-738-7470. Our website is pacresourcecenter.org.
It's so funny because we say it so often, but we have to say it on camera. It's like, is it pacifica.com? But
yeah.
And then,
email can go to info@pacresourcecenter.org, or if someone goes to the website, there is a place to contact us and actually request help, and then we'll follow up with individuals who are asking for additional supports. But those are the 3 main ways: website, email, and phone.
Yeah,
obviously I'm walking in, although right now
I was going to say, make sure you check the hours
in.
before you come in and wear your mask.
Exactly. Yeah.
And we also get messages on Yelp, Facebook, Instagram, and I kind of feel those. But I would prefer you guys to cut me out of and just go straight to the source. And then I know we've done the AMA on Nextdoor. So if folks have questions that they want the public to know, you could, if you're a part of the Pacifica Nextdoor, just search AMA Anita Rees, or we'll share it in the link here or on Nextdoor again. But there's a lot of good questions in there that we've covered multiple times, and it's almost become like a frequently asked question hub. So Anita is monitoring that. So am I. So when you guys add stuff, we'll get to it. And then is there, for folks who just kind of want to come straight to you to the top, would you mind sharing your extension and also your email? Because
sure. Yeah.
I mean, you're always available. And I just
Absolutely.
like, ask Anita. Yeah. That's how the AMA came up. But
right. Exactly. Email is anita@pacresourcecenter.org, and my extension is 3. So 738-7470 extension 3.
And that's how you get a hold of Anita.
That is.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna get you on Instagram and Twitter so people can just slide into your DMs with all these questions that are just
right. Oh, we're so grateful for the time that you spent with us today.
Oh, for sure.
It was fun. Is there anything else that folks at home should know or that you want to say? This is our first virtual Palm-a-Palooza event. Maybe our last. Who knows?
Yeah. Oh, I hope our last. I hope our only virtual Palm-a-Palooza. But if not, we're going to do whatever we need to make sure people, feel comfortable and stay healthy. And I just want to thank everybody for continuing to support PRC, especially during these unprecedented times. I would never have guessed that we'd be 6 months in and with no real end in sight, but know that we are always, always, always here for the community, and we will do everything that we can to support the city and its residents and our neighbors. Absolutely.
Nice.
Because together, hashtag we are PRC. We didn't even practice that.
I was totally going to say that earlier and I forgot.
But I'm just gonna clip that and put like some Sarah McLachlan in the background. It's like, but together we are, and I'll make like the American flag at the pier or something.
Nice. Yeah.
Mary, this will probably be the last interview we air in the program. So is there anything you want to say to the folks, or Anita, or any of the folks that are part of PRC? You're the liaison. That's why you're hosting with us today. And
right? Yeah.
Lucky you.
Yeah. Well, I think I really want to thank all the volunteers that come and give their time and help make things, run as they do. And the board members, it's really important to have a solid group of board members, and they are doing a ton of work right now. And so thank you to all the board members and the staff. Yeah. And to the city of Pacifica, we just need to keep supporting Pacifica Resource Center as much as we possibly can for as long as we possibly can, because there's so much success that happen at Pacifica Resource Center.
And now we got receipts and stories. We're gonna share them as much as possible.
That's right.
So yeah, I wouldn't be the development corner if I didn't say, there's still an opportunity to sponsor this wonderful event. If you're seeing this, there's a link below. So go ahead and give if you can, or if you're in a position where you need some help. We've talked about the information. We've talked about ways to get it, how to access it, and so you can walk in, you can come online, you can call. Either way, but no matter what you're going through, PRC is here for you. That's kind of been our internal jingle, so to speak. So yeah, thank you, Anita, again for taking the time. It's been an honor this last 4 years and an hour that we've spent together. And Mary, I'm just like the biggest fan of you. So thank you for putting up with me and doing these podcasts and whatever this is, virtual Palm-a-Palooza, Palm-a-Palooza, Pandemic Pal. And then, we have a couple more videos to share with you folks. There's even one coming up with President Chris Hunter, not, the world president, who that is, but board president Chris Hunter. And he's also the chief of staff for Don Horsley. So I really I think it's either coming next or soon, but he's got a great story about, making a difference. And that's all PRC is here to do in Pacifica. So this is our home turf, Mary. We're not going to let it go down without a fight,
Hey.
Okay. And then I think me and Mary are going to meet up social distance. Mary, you have to wear your mask. I know you're going to want to smile at me and stuff, but we're going to meet up outside, and we're going to choose our winners of the raffle. Well, I guess the drawing. It's not a raffle. Don't come after me.
Not a raffle. Just a drawing.
So Mary, I'll see you in a little bit, and everyone watching at home, thank you again for supporting Palm-a-Palooza, palm-a-palooza.com, pacresourcecenter.org, #WeArePRC. Anita, Rees, thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. See ya.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, it's because everybody's so generous.
So generous. Thank you.
Yes.
If you're happy that it caught your hand. Nice. So yeah, you've seen a lot from PRC and you've seen a lot from Mary and I. So we don't want to waste any more of your wonderful Saturday. The air is clear.
That's right.
The dogs are barking. The bees are buzzing.
Thank you for tuning in.
The planes are flying. Thank you for spending your Saturday afternoon with us. Thank you so much for your support. Again, the lines are open. If you want to give, you can give, and we will deliver your mask to you ASAP. We've seen interviews. We want to thank Anita for taking the time.
Yeah, that was great.
That was great.
Yeah.
Grocery Outlet, thank you again for sponsoring and taking the time.
Yes.
Thank you to all the staff that put up with me and my little video ideas. It's been an honor working with you all these years, and I look forward to doing even more together.
There you go.
Because it's not a joke. Together we are neighbors helping neighbors, and together we are PRC. So it's not a motto; it's a way of life.
Oh, I like that.
Thanks. Mary, is there anything else you want to say before we kick it off to the final video?
Well, I think it's really important for everyone to understand that if you are having a hard time with anything, come to PRC. Even if people think just because they have a full-time job or whatever, everyone's having a hard time during COVID. Everyone is. So don't be shy and come on in. There's help and care. People will care for you then.
Yeah, there's help. There's care. Anita talks about hope. It's a place where you can come. People are listening.
Yeah.
And then sometimes that's hard, especially now with so much, hostility and unease in the air.
Yeah.
Fear, and online and in real life. PRC is that safe place for you. So we hope we've honored PRC.
Yeah.
And we hope that you guys had a good time, even though we couldn't be in the same room dancing and
Hopefully
drinking.
we made you laugh a little bit.
I laughed.
I did too.
We're smiling under our masks.
We are.
Final words. I just think, piggybacking off of what Mary said, no matter what you're going through, I know I've said this a couple times in the video, but PRC is here for you. If you're in a position to help those who need it, you can come to PRC. And if you're one of those people who maybe need to swallow their pride and just get help in the meantime before it becomes an emergency, that's really where PRC specializes.
Right.
Most of the folks we're helping before it gets very bad to the point where maybe you are unhoused or something like that. So food, shelter, critical services, counseling, budgeting.
Yeah.
We really do it all, and we're here to help.
And thank you. Thank you so much. Palm-a-Palooza 2020.
Yeah, you can't thank people to death, so hopefully we got enough thank yous
Yeah.
out. But maybe
Sorry,
maybe
I
give them a
mean
couple
it.
more.
I do
Thank
mean
you,
it.
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's our sign off. We are gonna finalize this wonderful video that Kevin Burley from Kevin Burley Productions put together.
Kevin.
So hit him up if you need any content. We just kick it off to Chris Hunter, 2019 volunteer celebration lunch. It has a longer name, but that's what it is. All about our volunteers. He talks a little bit about the impact the volunteers had, and then he shares a nice little Starfish story that you might have to listen to a couple times to get the meaning. But bottom line, we're here to help. We're here to make a difference. And Chris, thank you for, being the finale.
I wasn't gonna say thank you again.
Oh, you can say thank you. That's my job to thank people. Okay, you want to say thank you to Chris then?
Thank you, Chris Hunter.
Thank you, Chris
Appreciate
Hunter,
everything you
for
do.
leading us, and
Yeah.
you took the torch from Robin, and now you're leading us into the future. A little bit of what Anita talked about. So we'll see what happens next year.
And in honor of Nancy Morrison
Oh.
and Tom Ball.
Nancy Morrison, Tom Ball, thank you for all that you did for us and continue to do for us. You inspire us every day.
Do.
Do you want to say thank you to anyone else? Because now I'm like,
No, I think we covered it.
how about thank you?
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Oh, Robby B.
All right, Mary B. Thank you guys for watching. Palm-a-Palooza.com. This will be uploaded everywhere. I'm even going to put it on Nextdoor. What do you think about that?
Oh, whoa. I don't go there.
All right. Thank you guys so much.
Bye.
I need to count how many thank yous we actually did. That could be like every time I think me or Mary thank someone, an angel gets their wings.
Aww.
Or Mary will donate $1.
Okay.
We'll match it.
Sure.
Okay. We'll count the amount of thank yous and
we'll match it, yes.
Okay.
Bye. Thank you.
Okay. I'm not paying for that. I'm out.
Let me just say that I'm really proud as the president that in the last 6 years we transitioned into a 501c3 and we're in an independent like the other core agencies of San Mateo County, which allows us to have more power, control, and thankfully support in donations and raising money. So thank you all. We also have some special guests here. The city manager, Kevin Woodhouse, is here. The mayor is here. Sue Barbaros is here. Another city council person that I missed. Former city councilman John Keener was here. It's a great group of people. I had done a little bit of research, but unfortunately, or fortunately, Anita said all of the stuff about, and I don't want to be redundant about that. So it's just a real pleasure to be here. And there's a little old-fashioned story about Starfish and the importance. And maybe some of you have heard this, maybe not, but there was a little girl on the beach, and she was picking up starfish and putting them in a bucket and then throwing them back into the water one at a time. And a man came up and said, there are so many starfish here, they're all just going to be burned to a crisp. What can you possibly, it doesn't make a difference what you're doing. And she reached in and she picked up a starfish and she threw it into the ocean. She said, it makes a difference to that one. And I think that's what we think of with volunteering. That's what we think of what we can do at the Resource Center. We can't solve everything, but we are building more and more and more success in Pacifica over the 45 years of this agency. We are helping, and as I often say, the Pacifica Resource Center and the humpback whales are pretty much the only thing everyone agrees on. And we're really proud of that. We're really proud of Anita and the staff and all of the people that help make this, but we could not do it without volunteers. And believe me, it's hundreds of billions of dollars in America that volunteers represent. It's hundreds of thousands of dollars here at Pacifica that volunteers represent. We could not do it without you. And so, believe me, every one of you, we so appreciate what you do for this city and for the Resource Center. So thank you.
Thank you so much for all you do and all your support and all your consideration.
Thank you so much for your support.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you so much for all your support.
Thank you so very, very much for your support, for everything that you do. Without you, there wouldn't be an us. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your support, for your continuing support to the Pacifica Resource Center. We are neighbors helping neighbors.
We look forward to seeing you all face to face next year.
See you next year.
See you next year.
See you next year. Nos vemos el año 2021.
Looking forward to seeing you next year. Stay in touch and don't forget, wear your mask.
Together, we are PRC.
Together, we are PRC.
Together, we are PRC.
Mary, we can still do it.
What do you mean?
We're done.
Oh, it's over?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know. What are you doing here?
Well, have you done your census yet?
I have you?
Yeah, I got counted.
Everyone needs to be counted.
Because everyone counts.